I don't know what that was. Howdy, folks.
You know
Good
exactly
evening.
what that was. What are you talking about?
No, it was my phone, I think.
Yes.
Good evening. Good evening, folks. Tonight is something really special for us. It was a little over 1 year ago today that Randy and Joe from Biggest Geekus invited us to the very first live show. Well, right, you're right. Next time they'll invite you. And I see Randy's already in the chat. I'm going to bring him in just a minute. But that was the beginning for us of our live streaming and meeting all of the
videos.
Right, where we first started meeting you guys. And if it wasn't for our good friend Grim Desay, who's in the chat, and Cal Vanoni, who pushed us to start visiting your channels and watching such great content creators as Biggest Geekus and Mage's Musings and Legion of Myth and just everybody who's going to be here tonight. Literally so many channels. Now, my son, he'd been watching YouTube since he could hold a cell phone. Right, buddy?
I wish I could say that that's a lie, but sadly I can't.
And I literally did not start watching YouTube until about 3 years ago, a little bit before.
Get him off of it.
Yeah, now it's impossible to get me off of it. And you know, back then I was only watching crafting videos, painting videos, things like that. And thanks to those two guys, I met all of you guys. Jackie has met all of you guys. And for those of you that he hasn't met yet, this is going to be the night where he gets to be able to put, a face to a name, so that, when I'm saying, I had this conversation with a certain person, he'll know who I'm talking about. I'm going to bring in Randy and Grim first, because they're two of the firsts that made all this happen. And there he is, Cal. I would love to hear your voice one of these days, but I know how you are. You almost never pop into the live streams in person. You're just in the chat. But Cal, Grim, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have had that historic first appearance on the Biggest Geekus show. Randy, I still actually think of that show as one of my favorite topics of all the things I've gabbed about. Evil campaigns, because I've literally been running an evil campaign for over 30 years, so right. I think I knew a thing or two about it.
You did.
And it was cool because, without really getting to know each other beforehand, we were like on the same page. Grim, my friend, I know you've had a really bad week. I'm glad you made it here. I'm so grateful for you and Cal pushing us toward this. It would have been so much different. We were at 170 subs a year ago, and now we're at over 600. And we would have just kept plodding along, doing our little dinner table thing. I watched one of those videos today, and Jackie was such a little cutie pie. He was.
He's loving that.
I know he's daggers. I can see him coming at me.
I don't have the knife with me right now, but actually, that's not true. I have it right here. I'm just too busy for
it. And by the way, Randy, this is my pride and joy. This is my boy Jackson. Believe it or not, you'd be able to hold an actual grown-up conversation with him.
I've seen him talk.
And one of these days when we do our con somewhere, I'm thinking North Texas. I hope you guys will all be there, because I know. So then I could show you all the secret handshake, and then have right, because And then then I'll make I'll pony up with the pizza and beer.
There we go.
But because that's the thing, I definitely want to meet you guys in person. But this is the closest we can do right now.
Yeah.
And it's funny because if it wasn't for the thing we all just went through a couple of years ago, we wouldn't have done this. It was the little guy's idea.
No, it wasn't.
Back then. Yeah, it was. He literally. We were getting our,
13 years ago doesn't count.
No. Literally, we were getting our Dungeons and Lasers Kickstarter in the mail. We were all excited, and he's like, "Dad, we should do an unboxing video." And
No,
I'm like,
lying is
"What
a
the hell?"
sin.
I was like, "What the hell is that?" Who wants to watch us open a box?
No, this is a lie. This is heresy. This is blasphemy. None of this is true. All right. What happened was, this is the real story of how the channel came to exist. All right. He's nervous. He's shaking. He's quaking because he knows I'm about to state a fact. All right. He got Dungeons and
Bring it
Lasers.
on, little man. Bring it on.
All right. He got some emails saying that we would get a free dragon, or that anyone who made a video showing them unboxing the Dungeon Laser set would get a free dragon. He's like, "Oh my god, this is the perfect chance to start a YouTube channel." So then he forced me to open the box so that we could get a free dragon. That's how this really started.
Oh, hey.
Anyway, I don't remember any of that.
Show that. One day.
It must have been all those drugs in the 60s. Mind you, I was born in 67. I honestly don't remember that. If you say that is, in fact, the truth, then I believe it. But I don't remember it that way. But if you guys haven't done it, do me a personal favor and go back and watch our very first video. It's like 5 minutes, and you will see what a tiny little squeaker he was.
Back then, I was a genuine Xbox Live squeaker, all right?
And it's just the cutest freaking thing. He is so nervous and shy and practically hide behind the box, and then like a couple of videos later, he's got the microphone in his hand doing a freaking, just rock started out. It was
all right. There's a reason why his show was canceled. All right, Jim Lemmy, not a good guy. There's a reason we don't let him on the show anymore. Because he did his late night talk show host, and I think he got canceled on Twitter or something, which is weird because I'm pretty sure he was like a big supporter. I don't remember what happened to him. All right,
we'll tell you the behind the scenes Jim Lemmy story one of these days. But
Jim Lemmy's an interesting figure.
So
I'm gonna pop in a couple.
I have a question for you, Shadow. You mentioned that you guys are in California, right?
Yep.
Sadly.
And you're talking, yeah. And then you're talking about going to North Texas Con one year.
I know. I'm gonna make a con.
Oh,
I'm gonna host.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna host the convention. Everybody's saying North Texas is the place to do it, and I'm like, okay. I haven't been to Texas in decades, but I want to move there one of these days. But we'll see.
He's been saying that for a while.
Yeah, I have been saying it for quite a while. We'll see what happens.
Tennessee's a good state too.
Yeah, I've got a good friend who I do a show with every Saturday night with after this show. My friend Nathan, you guys know him, the Quantum Show with Nathan Allen. Yeah. He and I do a paranormal show together, and he lives out there, and I would love to be able to see my little bro on a regular basis. But there's like 6 of my good gamer friends out there, so I gotta wait. So we'll see. But Texas and Tennessee aren't that far away.
There's some good folks that go to North Texas. I know some podcasters and stuff that do that quite a bit. So
right, and Bad Mike is out there. Bruce Lombardo's out there. Owen Owl's out there. Joshua from Total Party Skills is out there. Although we'd probably get in a fight, over non-gaming stuff and then never talk to each other again.
I don't know. He's all right. I can deal with him.
Me too. I really liked his work, and I like his videos a lot. I was there kind of, in my younger days. I kind of know where he's coming from, but I had a different life path, and we still chat after videos and stuff every once in a while, and I think that's what it really matters is gaming. Do I think I can hang out with you guys and play a game? Then instantly we are friends. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's really That's simple. All the other stuff, what you do when you go home, unless you invite me into your home, and I see a bunch of Nazi paraphernalia, then I'm leaving. Sorry. I had to deal with that with my brother and my old man. Long story, but they were into that crap. And I wasn't,
Don't tell anybody about your father coming from Operation Paperclip. You're not allowed to.
There he goes and blows it for me, man. I tell you that in confidence, and you out me, man. What am I gonna do?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot we're not in the back of the studio. Oh, I'm real sorry, man. That sucks. Oh well.
It's okay, man. I'm just glad you could make it. For those of you who don't know, because you can't tell he's got his image blocked because he's probably up to no good. He and I do the Prepper Show every Tuesday afternoon. He's my co-pilot and my wingman, and I couldn't do that show without him. And I really appreciate it. And give your wife a big hug for us. That was really nice for her to come on and help us out. I want to do more of that kind of stuff. So many of us have just like one thing we do, and I got a couple other things I do besides just gaming. And I want to.
You sound like, so you got that Quantum show with Nathan, and then you got a prepper show. I didn't know that. Joe had mentioned you were a bit of a prepper, and then you also do your sci-fi, which is kind of tonight's thing, and then you have you and Jack do the weekly thing, right? With or more than weekly. You put a lot of
crafting and painting and stuff like that. Yeah, we need to get back. We need to do more of that. But between JROTC, chess club, fencing class, and just being a teenager in his first year in high school, I'm not gonna just get in here and do a video. At least once a week I do that. I get all pissed off, bent out of shape. Hey, you forgot we got a video. But he's a kid, and he just made honor roll, so I'm not getting in the way of any of that, as long as, when he goes off to the Air Force, he'll come in and pop in and do one show a week, we're good, because,
that might be
I know, right? Because it'll be like, sorry, Dad, I'm going out with the boys. It's like, be careful. Because you know how out of control those Air Force guys are on a Friday night.
First few months might be tough. He'll be doing a lot of work.
Right.
So yeah.
Hey, wow, there are a crap ton of people in here. I'm going to start bringing in a couple of people and recycling a couple of you guys. Because I literally forgot to say. I want each and every one of you to come in and plug your channel, what you're doing, and to get the hell out of here. No, okay. You can come back, but I literally sent out like 50 messages in the past 2 days to get everybody here because I wanted to thank you guys in person, the closest way I can for everything you guys have done. And Randy, what do you guys got going on this week?
Well, first of all, I loved having you on the show. I told Joe after the show, I was like, man, Shadow, he's our kind of people. And I really appreciated that you were on there. I appreciate how you guys have taken off and done a unique thing. I mean, crafting's not my thing, but I still like watching your videos. I think it's neat how you guys do that sort of stuff, and you're always into the models. And I really liked your John Carter. What was that game? The John Carter of Mars stuff. You do a lot of that. That's really cool. But anyway, I think you guys are fantastic. I wasn't going to stay long anyway. Biggest Geekus on Tuesday night, 7:30 Eastern this week. We're going to be D&D Mythbusters. So you'll see how. Yeah, we'll see what happens. There. We'll see. We have an idea.
Good.
I try to get in on Tuesday before my game with Bloodworth, and just come in and say hi. But rest assured, I always go back and watch the show after the game. Sometimes you guys beat us to the punch on those topics, but one of these days, we're gonna have to just all do one big freaking round table.
Organize something. We should do a theme sometime. All of us should have a theme, and each of us that would be a cool week if we get. That's an idea. We could all do a portion of a concept and kind of all link it. Because we all steal from each other. I steal from Nerd Cognito. I steal from Max Legion of Myth, Mr. Boivan. They have all kinds of ideas. You guys, I'm taking stuff.
There's some good people out there. Well, just have your people call my people. We'll do lunch.
We'll do lunch. Yeah. All right, man. Well, you guys have a good show. Congratulations on the 1 year.
And hey, do me one small little favor.
Sure.
Next time you see Joe,
Oh,
give
yeah.
him a punch in the arm
He's
for
not
me.
going to be on. What a loser. He's on vacation for 3 weeks starting today. What a.
Oh, well, you know what? Bless him. You guys are like brothers.
We are.
And if you guys ever need anything from Shadow and Sun for the Emporium, just reach out, let us know. Because one of these days I'm going to get my project on your guys' site.
Cool.
And
Happy to have it.
help.
All right. Well, Grim, it was nice to meet you. Jack, take care.
Nice to
Shadow,
meet you.
congratulations.
You
Bye,
have a
guys.
blessed evening.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Okay.
I don't want to stay too long and take up space, but
Oh,
I
wow.
want to say one
I
thing.
just looked at the private chat. Sorry.
Want to say one thing, Jackson, real quick. I like
Yes.
your 5 flags, buddy, and
Yeah.
victory to the church and Franco. You know what I mean.
Absolutely.
And God bless you. And I will let you put other folks on, and I say hello to everybody and goodbye, I guess. But I'll let you get your folks
Take care,
on.
Graham.
And I wanna say
We'll
happy birthday.
talk. We'll talk Monday, if not sooner. Okay. Give the wife a big hug for us, and
Well, I'll
bless you
probably
guys.
hang around the chat a little bit, but happy birthday, Shadow. Happy birthday. And,
Thank you very much,
I know
my
it's
friend, and I will
coming
talk to you real
up
soon.
or the other day or whatever, but happy birthday.
Yeah.
Okay, I
You
got
guys
to
take
bring
care,
in you guys.
Yep.
Awesome.
We'll leave.
Take care, man.
Victory to Franco. Victory to the church.
Arriba España.
Okay, I'm bringing you guys in as you guys came in. First come, first serve kind of thing, and I got to bring these guys in all at the same freaking time because, we do. This is how we roll, right, guys? Hungar, Dustin, John, how the hell are you guys doing?
I'm on your show instead of you being on my show.
You know
Go
what?
on.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Mwah.
I've been on the show before.
Yeah, you guys have all been on the show before. Jack,
I'm streaming this on my channel too.
Oh, awesome.
That's
Hey,
yeah.
Brian and Mel, I see you guys. Awesome. I can't wait to get you guys in after these mugs. But seriously, Hungar, it's no secret. Me and the boy, the whole family, we've been praying for you. And lo and behold, here you are.
Well, I came on just to be here with the son.
The sun. And sun.
I get that. I get
And
that.
son. I see you all the time, but I don't get to see and son often.
yeah.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
been
the
a
first
while.
time we've been together on a stream.
Yeah, long after I'm gone, it's going to just be the Sun Show, unless he takes my moniker and has a little guy of his own. Can you imagine how cool that would be? 3 generations of Shadow and Sun,
I remember
It'll
when
happen soon enough.
When
It'll be
Jackie
the
was a
Hands
little
on Hands
smaller.
show.
unless he has nothing but daughters, right, Jack?
Jack
That was
was a
me,
little
yeah.
guy hanging out with my brother, the DM James. That was
Being
so,
all weird and stuff.
It was all so cute. Before he had his little mustache.
What's
You know,
this? Put on by
I never
crayon,
forget
right?
that. Even my cousins always say, "Oh, you have a mustache." It's like I can't see it. Like if I'm looking for it, I can see it, but
Hey, dude, you've got. I can't even say what I just wanted to say. Oh my God, I will tell you guys later. Just ask me about the mustache, and I will tell you something.
Does he sit there with a
it
little
literally?
comb?
They would literally no. It would literally get me kicked off YouTube if I just said what I was thinking. Let me just think. How do I put this? And I'm just gonna leave that there. But
I'm sorry, you coughed there. Could you repeat that?
I can't. I didn't quite.
not for all the beer in China. Is that how the phrase goes?
Happy 1 year, guys.
Well, we've been doing this almost 3, but this is our first year of live streaming. And God, every morning I wake up and I think, why didn't we do this sooner? There's so many cool, kick-ass people here, right now, banging at the doors that I could have been gaming with years and years and years ago, but Bruce, who I hope will be joining us real soon, always tells me, no, man.
It's not a red
This was-
wizard hat, Cal, but how's this? He said, I just need a red wizard hat to look like Mage's Musings.
You got to throw it out a little more, but yeah, I see it.
I'm gonna cast Hungar as the live action version of Merlinster Gandalor one day.
Nice.
Oh.
Mages, every time I see your show, I'm like, why are you not like on actual TV, man? That what you came up with, all the characters, all the everything, it's one of the most original. I mean, everything all of us do compared to like your originality. Sometimes I'm just like, you guys beat hands down, man. You could literally make the greatest freaking TV show.
He used to do his show
what
at
you got
Speakers
going on.
Corner at least once a week.
Yeah, your review on the D&D movie was great.
Well, who says I haven't been on TV?
Yeah.
Oh, I see how you are. Okay. Don't forget, I can go back through the backlog and get your image and then do a Google search and do some Google
I just said he
and
was on Speaker's Corner doing his show.
No, I never had the guts to go on Speaker's Corner back in the day when it was still a thing, but I know I eventually did. I mean, I pursued life as an actor at some point. You've probably seen commercials I've been. I did some U.S. national spots, but I walked away from that a couple of years ago. So it was pretty second rate. But I appreciate the words about my show. My show is sort of my passion project these days.
And on that note,
everybody should have something like that going on. And seriously, yours is just,
I'm going to bounce and let you get some other people in.
Okay, Hungar. We will see you Monday morning, bright and squirrely.
Squirrely.
It will be from DM James's house.
That's fine. Like I said to Randy, when you see your bro, give him a little bop in the arm for us, okay? Or a big hug or whatever.
Death
we
from
cannot
above.
wait to get the game with you guys in person. We gotta work this out, man.
I want you to give your cell phone to DM James's wife and have her film you death from above him in real life.
No. And I think DM James says, I think they take your Mexican card away if you don't have a mustache. So rock it on, Jackie.
That's the only. That's
If
not
he
the
grows
only.
a thicker mustache than I ever could, at least at that age.
Later, guys.
He's not getting
Good
that
night,
money.
Hungar.
Take care, Hungar.
And
So, Justin, what do you got going on, man? You making any videos? You just
Right
harassing
now,
us online?
my whole life goal is to harass you personally for at least
Bring it on,
20
man.
seconds.
You know what? I got at least an hour a day. I can put up with that with you and your boy Hungar and anybody else who wants to join us on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. What is it, like 9:30 avocado time ish, depending on when Hungar gets his ass out of bed and puts down the Conan controller. I'm like,
Yeah.
must be nice. I have to wait till everybody else has gone to sleep, and I'm almost about to fall asleep myself. Ask the guy, if I play a video game for more than like 20, 30 minutes, what happens?
He falls asleep with the controller in his hand. Though it's not the worst thing that
That means he's a true
heard.
gamer.
Yeah. I suppose.
I can't believe what you were
Welcome.
about to say. That's so nasty.
Welcome to that time of life, Shadow, where you find the ability to nap no matter what you're doing
Yes.
midstream.
Yeah.
You ain't just
I
put one
wish
dick,
I
my
had
friend.
that ability.
I can literally fall asleep in the shower.
That's tricky.
Thing.
And I was talking to Tenkar earlier today, and he was telling me about the long, luxurious nap he had. I'm like, I've been up since 7:15, running around like crazy, doing all kinds of stuff, getting the tires rotated and all that crap. And like the last hour here was just freaking hectic. just pots and pans flying, and the
So
dog,
it's
you know,
Eating the
7,
pasta.
15
Yeah.
Thursday. You've been up since 7:15 Thursday.
no. I don't. You know, I'm lucky if I'm awake like 12 hours a day now. I'm getting that old, so
Well, you know how I sleep, right? Oh, well, I'll head out too. You guys have done good work. Well, one and son have done good work.
thank you, Justin. That means a lot. You know, anytime you guys have a suggestion for us, you know where to find us. Let us know, because not that we're running out of stuff, but we really like this
Yeah.
cool ass interaction with everybody and getting to know all you guys. And you know, if you think of something cool, like Grim, you know, he has come up with like half a dozen different ideas for the show, and you know, they become regular things. And I can't think of a better way to, you know, cement our friendships by, you know, taking one of your ideas and you know, or suggestions and making it a permanent thing. So if you guys ever have any suggestions other than cutting the hair, okay?
I just did that.
No, I'm actually gonna, but I'm gonna do it at the convention when I get this convention all rolled up in Texas. I'm gonna cut it off for charity, and you guys will get to see it in person, you know,
We don't need that.
and laugh. Because I'm just gonna go full
It'll
ball.
only work if you cut off the goatee. All right.
We need Jackson to walk up behind you with a pair of scissors and just go snip when you're not expecting.
I have to admit, Shadow, I'm a little disappointed you don't have the hair down with the fan going. You know, you got the whole Fabio thing with the fan, the hair blowing in the
No,
wind.
no,
It's just
no,
your
I-
anniversary. You should be going all out.
You know, it
I
just
wanted
doesn't
one.
look as classy. You know, I wanted to, you know, class up the joint for a change, and not go all Fabio. But I appreciate it. I'm sorry you guys can actually hear the fan, but it's starting to. You know, I'm upstairs and it's like 80 degrees outside, and if I didn't, I would just be all, you know, sweating, you know, and not doing that.
My conversion's off. What's that in Celsius?
Hell. In Celsius.
It's warm. It's warm.
Yeah. We live in Toronto. It's cold here.
Yeah,
Even
we're
in summer.
Torontonians.
Yeah.
Even although we did have summer weather last week, it was 27 Celsius last week, which was
For
gorgeous.
about a half hour.
For about a half an hour, yes.
Wow, you poor guys.
It was sweltering and hot. I needed to like bathe in ice just to bear the heat.
Oh, I loved it. That's my temperature.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Here,
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, 27. That's about 80 Fahrenheit. So there you go.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know the conversion. I barely know, you know, centimeters to inches and that sort of thing. It's only because of, you know, California schools. What can I say?
And the fact that I insist on using the metric system in all of my work. That's the only reason that he even knows it exists.
You Yanks refused to adopt it, but it's going to be slowly seeping into your culture, whether you like it or not.
Oh, no. I believe it or not, when I was younger than him, we started learning it. And when it comes to measurements and some things like that, I got it. It's just the weather is the one thing we just really haven't done here yet. But, you know.
I honestly kind of agree on that point. Like, temperature is, yes, objective, but basing it off of like when things freeze and when water melts doesn't make sense, because like you go higher, water melts faster.
Yes. I think that's
It's
taken into account, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Definitely should say goodwill and let the next
Take
person
care,
in.
Justin.
All right.
Like I said, I'll see you Monday. You
Party
know,
on.
let's just keep Hungar in our prayers and keep him out of the dang hospital, right, guys?
He doesn't have my permission to die, so he can't.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
doesn't have my permission to go to the hospital again. You know, if he's gonna die, he's gonna do it at home. You know, who wants to die in a friggin' hospital? Oh wait, he's got all those cute nurses. So,
yeah.
all right,
That's what he's
Justin,
like. Okay. Bye, guys.
take care, buddy. I'm gonna bring in
I was about to say,
What was
I'll
that?
bow out too. You've got a lot of people waiting. I can see the chat. So I just wanted to pop in and say happy streamiversary. And
hey, I'm gonna steal that. Thanks, man. That's pretty fun.
And thank you for your support of my channel over the past year. This time last year, you said you had 170. I was sitting at 30, and it's like just trying to figure this YouTube thing out.
You know what? And anytime you want to come back on, you're always welcome. You know, and I look forward to your next video like you can't believe.
It's coming Monday.
It's so
worked on it all day today.
To see something that's just, you know, purely creative on a just a completely different level than, you know, all us talking heads. It's, dude, if you don't get like a big offer from Hollyweird or something like that, there is literally no justice in this world.
I think those days are behind me, but yeah, it'd be nice to build the channel. If the channel could sustain me, I'd be in heaven, I think. But one step at a time. I got to figure out all the editing software.
You get there, my friend. All right. All
right,
soon, buddy.
Happy anniversary. We'll talk soon.
Okay. Here we've got Rick from 28
Happy stream
and
anniversary.
I know that's incredibly clever. I don't know why we didn't think of that sooner. And don't worry, guys, we'll get you guys all in. Omen, you're on every show there is. I'm going to say this one last time.
No on this planet that he hasn't been on.
Dude, you could literally.
He hasn't been on mine.
He hasn't?
No, well, to be fair, you guys are in the Eastern, or you're in the Western time zone, and by the time you start doing stuff, it's about the time I need to go to bed, having to wake up early in the morning. So, I know when you do your traveler stuff, that's it's like 10:30 p.m. and I'm all right. I need to go to bed about that. So that's when you talk about being an old man. The problem with being an old man is you want to go to bed early, but then you get up at 3 in the morning going, now what? and Jackson, I just want to let you know, I don't know if you read the chat, but you have the same mustache I probably did at your age. And they used to call me the little Mexican gangster from my yearbook. And I want to let you know one other thing, though, is, when your father talks about you, when you smile, you get those little dimples. You do, it still shows those little kid aspect, and that's why he's always going to remember you, no matter what. So you just have to through that. But anyway.
and Rick, I've told you this before, but you're not only is your channel, but your game is one of the best games I've ever been in. Of course, other than the ones I refed, but as a player, between you and Sean and Sean Cherry, we had some incredible late night conversations. I'm learning so much from you guys. I don't even know how to put into words.
And there's going to be more to come. Always.
You know what? I saw the title for tomorrow's game, and I'm like, okay, he was paying attention. He is paying attention because I don't know how you're gonna work it, but I mean, there's a little temporal something or other going on that ain't quite jiving yet, and and I know the other guys, they probably watch the show and know what's going on, but I can't wait to see how you're gonna flip this back around or get it, get this ship, set, on the right course. But
well, that's entirely up to you guys. That's entirely up to you guys. So
I appreciate that, but I appreciate that. But there's a huge temporal paradox about to blow up in our face, and. I'm okay with that. I can hang with a little bit of, paradoxical time travel, timey-wimey, stuff.
Now, if we can only get Jackson in there as well.
I know.
You're going to have to make it earlier in the day. His father's going to have to homeschool him. That's what's going to have to come down to.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't signed me out of school already.
Oh my God, dude! I want him to do well in school. What are you saying?
You say that. Well, here's the funny thing. If you have to learn it with them if you're going to homeschool, and everyone forgets about that.
Yeah, you know, in Traveler, you can only have as many like skills as like 2 or 3 times your intelligence and education stats. And I'm like, I was maxed out like years ago. I'm having to forget stuff. So every time I read a new game book, I have to forget like definitions to whole words and subjects. No, man,
it just gets a little.
That's just his excuse for when he's forgetting stuff. But the drugs are really starting to get to his head.
The Etch-a-Sketch, you know, you just shake it and it goes clear again. Like, okay, I can restart all over. I mean, come on, it's no different. It's no different than our ancient societies. They just Etch-a-Sketch it after a big calamity.
Oh, you know, I grew up around too many Sketchers. I don't want to be etching any either. Yeah, that's.
Anyway, I will say,
and just for the record, there is no meth lab here. Drugs are bad. There is a meth lab.
Drugs are bad.
It's method acting lab, okay? It's not the drugs. It's the method acting lab, which is the.
I can work with that. I can work with that.
Actually, just so you know, Jack reminds me a lot of myself at his age. So you know, he'll mellow out over given 40 years.
He is absolutely nothing like me. I don't know where he gets it, but I hope he keeps getting it because when I was his age, my grades were all the same, D's or less. I don't know where he's getting it.
Well, here's the sad thing. No one cares about your grades until you hit junior and senior, year of your high school. That's it. They don't even look at the freshman stuff. So you're in good shape.
Yes, Dave, that's a running joke. My son, because every once in a while I'll come up with like a genius idea, and he thinks I'm getting it from doing drugs and getting inspired. When all us grown-ups know that's the exact opposite of what really happens. You just remember stuff that you didn't, that you otherwise, would have just, would have slipped your minds like, oh, hey, I remember how to do geometry. No, it's no.
Well, you just learn geometry. You just get the giant, the giant compass, and you start swirling things around. You're like, why did they teach this? Why did they teach it to us in school when we were learning geometry? No, they're trying to make it as overly complicated as possible instead of going with what the Egyptians learned, who could do far better than most of my contractors can in the field. I'm like, how in the world can the Romans get within 4 inches of going a mile through a mountain, and yet my contractors can't get within 2 feet going through 200 feet of soil? I mean, come on. We've lost all this technology. Anyway, I'll let you go. I have to talk to my son as well. So I may come back.
Have a great weekend. Looking forward to hanging out with you. Did you watch the movie last night?
I did, and I will say I'll save my feelings for yesterday, but it feels very similar to the way I watched the first time. So, all right,
awesome. Take care, Owen.
Bye.
Oh my God, man, Rick. Seriously, you've been a boon to my future dungeon mastering. I thought I was this great dungeon master, and time will tell. You guys will get to see me DM a Traveler game next month, and I want to pick your brain on a couple ideas about what I got going on, because I want to do something different that I don't see anybody else doing. I know. And for those of you guys who don't know, Rick is also the guy who wrote that phenomenal intro music. Believe it or not, Rick, somebody the other day actually came in and said that is the best intro music on the internet. So, dude, if you ever want to hang up your dice bag, dude,
no, I've already done the music thing. Yeah, I've already done the music thing. I'll write jingles, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Actually,
I wish
I'm going. Wish you would have known me when.
when I was in a band, I could have probably learned a crap ton from you back then. But yeah, I left that all behind for show business of another sort. Actually, not really, but a different, you know what I mean. But yeah, it's perfect. You know, I sent you something that I was looking for, you know, and it's perfect. You know, everybody here knows it's showtime because I'll play that tune, you know, to make sure everybody knows. I'll play it before the show, and it's like, oh crap, and everybody gets all motivated. You know, the light guys, the camera guys, the makeup guys. You know, they all like, you know, get ready.
That,
like,
the dog runs into the studio, and my mom realizes that the end times are here, and she has to record another video.
Yep, basically. And the little guy actually wanted a little bit of help from you as well, but we'll talk about that, you know, at another time. But you know,
For sure.
You know,
Always open here to-
because I heard what you said about another friend of ours who asked you for a tune, and that response was just epic. It was just
Top 10 things I've ever heard.
That was one of the funniest things I've ever heard. But we'll talk about that tomorrow.
We will.
And
All right,
Jackie,
all right.
you wanted to say something?
Did I?
No, I thought you wanted to say something.
No.
Okay, all right. You
Well,
sure?
Jackie, just keep on shaving that mustache. It'll come back in. You know, it'll get thicker and thicker. I'm not going to give you a hard time about it, but yeah, just work on that. Girls love it.
Yeah. He's gonna be a lady killer when he grows up, just like his old man. You wait and see. This will be
right,
Dad,
right.
Dad, my girlfriend's pregnant. No, he's gonna wait till he's married, right? He's dying a little inside
Alrighty,
every
guys,
minute.
I'm
we're
gonna
on the show.
I'm gonna fly off too. I appreciate all you guys have done for me as well. You know, trading back the
Our
subs and
pleasure. You know,
everything.
anything we can ever do, we're eternally in your debt, my friend. Make sure you give the family a big hug for us. We'll see you tomorrow, and you know, thank you, man.
All right, take care, guys. Thanks again. Have a good anniversary.
We're gonna. There's. He's
gone. He just done
okay,
it.
Dave, okay, I'm gonna bring in someone many of you guys may not know, but one of my bestest buddies in the whole wide world, Armstrong, and now we got Brian and Mel from Weird World War II. Armstrong, meet Brian, and Mel. Mel, meet my friend Armstrong, all the way in Ireland, but originally from Poland. If you guys are into Gaslands, this is the man right here, Armstrong. He's the king of Gaslands.
Surprisingly, I never tried to be a king of Gaslands.
You are. You know, I literally looked it up in the dictionary, and there was your shining face right there. Armstrong, king of Gaslands, and Brian and Mel, the king and queen of Weird World War II.
Yeah.
You know, you guys are an inspiration to all gamers out there. The chemistry you two guys have is just incredible. I know there's some other guys who are, you know, waiting in the wings right now who've got kind of the same thing going, but you two do it together on camera, and that's so inspiring for so many, you know, gamer geeks out there. You know, so many gamer geek guys, you know, dream of that girl who'll be into their crazy nerdy crap, and then they just strike out like crazy. You know, it's, you know, I never, you know, I had a couple of girlfriends that were into it, but, you know, it was just like, it just didn't work out that way for me. But, you know, I'm okay with that because that way I seem even weirder, you know. How, you know, Mel, I'm sure you know how it is, you know.
It's the mustache, Jackson. Okay, brother? You'll get a hot, awesome, geeky chick because of the mustache, brother. So just let it grow.
I never said I cut it. I said I don't see it.
We see it, man. We see it. It makes us warm inside every time.
Okay. I know he's got that Clark Gable thing going on already. The chicks are just gonna be lining up, and then put this guy in uniform. You know, when he does his JROTC thing, I'm like, why is he not like? Why is his phone not ringing off the hook? You know, but he's got some, you know, some pretty strict personal
now. They don't phone anymore.
Discipline going on.
You aren't mistaken there. That is true.
But so listen, we know that you got a full slate, man, and we just wanted to jump in real quick and say, you know,
you guys were waiting for a while. Everybody out there who's watching, if you guys are into Weird World War II, or even just weird or weirdness, or World War II, or painting miniatures, or any of that stuff, this is a channel you guys got to watch. Every time I watch your shit on the table, I'm like, where do you come up with this stuff? I'm like so jealous. And dude, I've got some stuff, okay? But all my stuff is like, you know, older than dirt. You know, I got stuff from the 70s and 80s, and you're pulling out this stuff. I'm like, now I got to get that. And where am I going to put it? And you guys just keep more and more cool stuff.
He has one just dedicated to miniatures and terrain. Seriously,
It's
just
full.
one. Yeah, and it's from ceiling to floor.
40 years of this crap.
Yeah.
You can't see the studio, but you know this is all illusion. It's not this neat. The rest of it is boxes piled to the ceiling. The windows blocked up. You know, there's like this much room for the camera, and that's just the upstairs room here. We've got the garage.
That's true.
I can actually see the garage floor now. But yeah, dude.
I'm telling you, we
gotta
need to-
see it like one of these days, man.
We need
When
to
I get to
convince-
Texas, I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna have to bring one of those Saturday Night Live drool buckets, just because I'm just gonna be like, where did you get all this cool stuff?
We need to
But,
need to petition hoarders to do a gamers week.
No.
Dude,
no, I refuse.
My
I
mom has
refuse.
been watching this show for like so many weeks now. She used, you know, my mom didn't know that the word hoarders existed. She thought it was holders until she found that show. And she has been begging us to try to get on that show because of him.
It's not really that bad though. It's really not. And what they don't understand, you know, I made the mistake of watching some of these shows, and I'm like, you guys are throwing away stuff, but I guarantee it's not getting thrown away. That stuff is going back to the show, and they're making money off it. Because every single thing I own is actually worth more money than I paid for it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's
I've got.
That's it. It's the hoarder disease.
No. If you go look up like old school lead miniatures, all mine are pristine, unpainted, you know, curated, you know. Whereas I would buy, you know, I would keep the best and sell the crap. So everything that's in my collection is like time capsule. And you know, when you're talking, you know, an old 25 millimeter lead miniature from, you know, 1979, they're going for like $20 a pop, and they look like crap because of the technology. But the collectors out there, so as long as I sell everything before I die, I'm golden. Because after that, it's just it'll end up in a landfill somewhere, you know, or people will sell it for, you know, pennies on the dollar, and there goes his college fund.
Well, listen, we want to wish you a stream anniversary.
Happy stream anniversary.
Happy stream anniversary.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Letting us check.
Everybody
out
go on sub to these guys, and we'll have you back on probably next Saturday if you guys got time. I don't know what the topic is yet, but something sci-fi. We'll do it again.
And listen, guys, whatever you do, you keep it weird. Okay?
Yes, definitely. One more thing, Brian. One of those days I have to get you into Turnip 28.
Okay, yeah.
Because I just got kind of infected by other YouTubers, by a turnip disease, and I think I know it is a little bit outside of your, you know, World War II, Tini, because it is Napoleonic Wars, but I think that you would love that one.
Well, that's cool.
Both of you, because you know Turnip 28 seems like such a cool little, post-apocalyptic, post-Napoleonic War thing, you know, that can be really fun, and you know the rules are very simple as well.
Yeah, Weird War works in any war at any time.
Yep.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So you guys have a great night, and
thank you so much for stopping by. Enjoy the heck out of your weekend. Bye, guys.
See ya.
So Armstrong, my friend, where you been, man?
Well, like, first of all, guys, thank you again, because twice in a row you dragged me out by my heels, kicking and screaming from the depths of, me being me and, basically just being somewhere in my head. Yeah?
Yeah, don't do that, man. There's nobody else there, man. It's so much more fun, being your lovable self out here with the real world. Trust me, that's a dangerous trap to get into. And the world needs guys like you out there in the gaming world. And it's every time I see one of your videos, I'm not gonna lie, I don't watch it immediately. I wait until I'm gonna go and paint something, and then that's when I do it. So you and me are painting together, like Joe Dirt, were you looking up at this moon, blah blah blah, at the same time kind of thing. So I got your music playing while I'm painting, unless I'm doing something else. But that's usually the way it goes. But then when you're not around for like a bit, then I'm like, oh crap! Now I gotta watch the news, man. Don't make me watch the news.
Yeah.
That's worse than just being stuck in your head. Trust me.
Like, you guys dragged me out of the depths of. Basically, I was thinking about just closing my channel the first time around you actually started talking to me. So basically, my channel is pretty much still around because my wife, you, and Aaron. Yeah, Aaron Galp, he's one of the guys who always comments on pretty much every other video. Yeah, 3 of you was pretty much just pushing me to get through that, and get out. So, thank you guys for keeping my channel alive, because you really just dragged me back out. Yeah.
You know what? Anytime, you're always welcome here, and one of these days, we'll get to meet in person. We'll have that game of Gaslands, and just get to hang out one of these days. I know what it's like. I've had a couple other friends who've been where you were, and so I've kind of been able to notice it, and I don't want to have it. I won't have it. I mean, it's one thing if something like really massive, forces the situation, but wherever you are, I mean, unless you're in jail, you've always got time. Even our friend Bo, who's lucky to get 3 hours a week to do his thing, you've got to have that outlet. You've got to have that hobby, that release from all the other stuff. What you want to call it, me time or whatever, or time with the boys. You got to have it. Without it, we're just hairless monkeys. We got to have that human time. So anytime I can, pull you out of your funk, man, just how to get a hold of me. I'm always online. I don't sleep anymore. And,
I noticed you post like 5 videos a day lately.
Sometimes I pump out a few, and sometimes I'm just like, screw it, I'm going back to sleep. But it's a weather thing for me. When it's cold, all I want to do is eat, smoke, and sleep. When spring comes around and the flowers are blooming, I'm like, all right, time to do some stuff. And so,
Yeah. But anyway, guys, it is 3 o'clock at night in here. And
oh my God, get to sleep, man. You're doing hanging out with us weirdos.
I stay awake, especially, to just say, thank you for being there with me, for helping me getting back on my legs. And again, you always are telling that I'm a Gaslands YouTuber, and Gaslands was never my plan. It just kind of sort of happened. It was supposed to be 40K.
You know what? Don't do your 40K then, man. Make all those other guys look like crap. Because what you do is some of the coolest, most inspirational builds I've ever seen. And as you can see, we still got your prizes up here. They're never going to go anywhere. We're always going to be able to, every time we come into the studio, it's like, thank you, man. Go give your wife a hug for us. Don't scare her.
Once she's back from her friends.
Okay. Well, we will see you real soon, my friend. Take care. God bless.
But thank you for having me here, and happy stream anniversary.
Thank you, my friend.
Take care, guys.
Bye. Now we got two original guys coming in, Mr. Max and Jordan from the Gamers Den. Welcome to the show, guys. I don't know if you two guys have met, but
nope. Nice meeting you, Jordan, the Gamer Den. I'm not familiar with your content.
Good meeting you too, Mr. Max.
Nice meeting
you know
you,
what?
Jack. We never talked before. I've talked to Shadow
I've seen you in the chat,
on his
yeah.
channel on Angar. Yeah.
Mr. Max has been around like longer than us, not doing YouTube videos, but sniping comments from the chat. And Jordan, again, if you guys have not seen Jordan's channel, I know there's a lot of guys out there that play Pathfinder. I'm not a Pathfinder guy, but when I'm in a Pathfinder game, you can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to go check out his library to see how I can irritate or piss off my DM. Yes, Bruce, that's the guy. That guy right there, because my friend Bruce, who DM'd a Pathfinder game I was in, he blame him, Bruce, blame him. No, thank him, because he's the guy who taught me, all kinds of stuff. So I was able to not like lag behind so much, if you can believe it. And Mr. Max is one of the most insightful guys when it comes to cutting out the BS. There's a lot of that going on in our little world of gaming, or our gigantic world of gaming, depend on where you're at in the world right now. Check out each other's channels. Hopefully you guys will become as good of friends as all the rest of us. What do you got coming up, Jordan? Anything new? Like a new game or new series or anything like that?
Well, start things off. Happy Streamiversary to you. Very happy for you guys. It's awesome seeing your channel grow. I've only been here a short time, but really enjoy the content you guys put out, and the crew that you've got put together here, the different people that join in. As far as my own channel, I'm just kind of getting back into this for about 2 weeks of being sick, so I'm still kind of piecing everything back together. My current plans are just to finish delving into the first edition Pathfinder Summoner Guide, going over their spells now, and got their gear coming up. Other than that, I'm going to be doing the occasional short video for showing the progress I've been making on painting my minis. And then I've got random little post-it notes here and there with different little episode ideas that I have to need to just kind of hammer out a little bit more before I put them to any kind of production, but got plenty of ideas. Want to go back and revisit doing unique treasures and things like that, different rewards and stuff to kind of make things a little bit more interesting for people, not just glittering gold and gems and stuff like that, but, making the right kind of friends, getting different kinds of unique pets and stuff. I think I did that one, but I want to revisit it. I could probably ramble on a little bit too long here if I let myself, so I'll just stop there for now.
Okay, you know what? You're one of the things I really dig about your channel, besides the actual content, is the work you put into the way you present it all. A lot of us just, grab a mic and a camera and just start babbling away. But one of these days you're going to have to show us, what you do to get your videos so polished. Not that I'm ever going to do it. I'm lazy. But there's some guys out there I know who would love to class up their videos, because dang, dude, you could literally make a living just teaching people how to class up their videos and make them look, just perfecto. Chef's kiss, my friend.
I mean, the thing is we're really not ever going to need that, because the reason why our videos are still so archaic isn't entirely stylistic. It's mostly because because we are lazy.
Thank you for being honest, my buddy. Because if you're just going to put it all on me, I'd be like, apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. And Mr. Mac, you've only been doing this for what, a couple of months?
Yeah, 3 months. It's been 3 months.
And you're already making some guys, old guys like me, just feel like, what are we doing wrong, man? You know, you're gonna soar past us so quickly. I don't know, maybe it's the, you know, I don't know. I was thinking at first it was the beard, but you cut that off and proved me wrong. Whatever it is you're doing, my friend, keep doing it. Being yourself. You know, don't compromise your values. I know I don't need to tell you this, but you know, the same advice I would give everybody else out there. You know, be yourself, and you know, you'll find your tribe. You know, and it looks like you're finding it. I hope you guys, you know, will actually get to be in each other's games and stuff like that. You know, this online gaming thing is actually, you know, I know our mutual friend, the other Max, would, you know, say it's not, you know, preferable, but I'm kind of like actually digging it more, if that, you know, makes any sense. You know, whether we do it through StreamYards or Discord, it's more focused, I think. You know, we're there to game. You know, sure, we can before and after it, you know, and goof off all we want, but I'm getting so much more satisfying games this way than I did with a lot of my friends in the old days. But maybe that was because of the old days kind of thing. I don't know. Have you guys been doing it? You know, any actual like online gaming? Either of you?
I never did the online gaming because well, for me it's a bit difficult because I live in the middle of nowhere, which make it difficult to find player, but also means that I have like crap internet. And just now, like I kind of figure out how to the technical stuff. I can stream now with the StreamYard, but for a lot of like software, it like my connection like used to be very choppy. So that was a challenge. Like I live like literally like in the woods. Now it's dark outside, so you cannot see. But but yeah, but that's something that I'd be curious to try at some point. Now, also like the fact, like, you know, English not my first language, believe it or not, but
it's mine, and I'm still struggling. Don't sweat it, man. You'll find your online tribe, as it were, and you know, whenever you're ready for that plunge, both you guys, if you guys, you know, if I run a game and you guys like, that's the game I want to be in. Mind you, I run these old ass games, you know, like Gamma World and Boot Hill, and you know, stuff that's got dust and cobwebs on it, and you know, nobody's played in 30 years. Those are the games I'm going to be running. But you know, there's a lot of other people out there, some good guys. Just tell them I sent you, and they'll let you right in the door. No secret handshake required.
I want to say regarding what you're saying. Like I said, I told you before, like I came into doing YouTube video, and always like a built-in audience because I've been in you guys chat, and I've been like interacting with you all like in chat. So I already had a bunch of people that knew kind of who I was. And plus, I've been on your show, I've been on Longar show, stuff like that. So of course, my growth went quite fast because of you guys. Like I said, like I'm riding on the shoulder of people that came before.
You see how this guy is so modest. It's all on you, my friend. You earned every bit of it, and you know you'll hit that 1,000, and there'll be freaking, you know, Mr. Max T-shirts and coffee mugs and posters, and you won't be able to go anywhere because the girls will be chasing you down. And you just watch, man. It's going to take a little more time. They're going to find you in, you know, out in the middle of, you know, the woods where you're hanging out, and you won't be able to get it, you know. You know, decent night's sleep.
I want to say also like a congratulations on this because this year of streaming you had like amazing role, but you've put so much work into it. Like it's amazing. Like I respect like somebody that can put the work in. That's something I respect a lot. And you always have something new coming up. You always have like content come up. Always like, that's great, man. Keep doing it. I hope you're not gonna make it like a 1 year thing and be done with it. Like keep at it.
No, man. No, we're in it. We're in it to win it. We're gonna be here till they kick us off the internet because it's something my son says. Because it'll be him. It'll be him. You know,
if the channel disappears one day, it's because of something I said. 100%.
Yeah, that's a good attitude to have, you know. But you shouldn't like try to censor yourself. Like truth has to be spoken.
Absolutely. We may like code the words if we have to, just because it would seem like such a waste to just get shot down, you know what I mean, over one dumb, sentence, that's probably true.
Like
but the way things have been lately, you kind of gotta, free blame the kid. Yes, John, I am free blaming the kid. Speaking of kids, Jordan, how's your little one?
Recovering 3 nights in a row now without a fever, so much better.
Awesome. I cannot wait to see the next video where you show us, the shenanigans of the little one. It's I remember those days so fondly. It's an absolute joy. I wish everybody I knew had a little gamer bro, a little gamer son or daughter. I think we have that exact same Triceratops. I keep raiding the boys' toy chests for all kinds of stuff. Oh, what? You're not playing with that anymore? All right, we're making a craft out of it.
Yeah, we got we got my son and my daughter a bunch of different little size plastic miniatures for them to paint. My son got dinosaurs, my daughter got unicorns, and it's just been a blast going over and painting with them. It's been a lot of fun.
Dude, whatever you do, don't get a head injury so you forget these memories. They're worth more than gold.
Yep. Absolutely.
And if you can get it on video, then you've got stuff to hang over their head when they get to teenagerhood, and you can be like, "Oh, look what I'm going to put on the internet if you don't clean your room," or whatever. You better be home by 10, or this is going on viral. Again, worth its weight in gold.
I was watching an old video of yours not too long ago with when Jack was like a few years back, and kids grow fast, so it was funny to see, because I found your channel in this year that you did that you were streaming. It was funny to see him like a little kid, the long hair and stuff like that.
It's weird to think that's there are still people that when they think of me, they think of the long hair.
Yeah. Well,
the people at my old school used to call me made in China Jesus.
No way.
Hey, just for the record,
there's worse things to call.
I know.
He actually started growing his hair out before I started growing mine out.
Yeah, he copied me.
I copied him.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
I had long hair when I was a kid and in a band and stuff, but then it was short, and then he started growing his out, and I'm like, I want long hair. I remember that. That was, I remember those days. I want to go through my second childhood or my midlife crisis. That means I got more years left on me if I'm going through my midlife crisis at 50, right? That's how it works.
That's a really fancy way to say that you were too lazy to get haircuts.
Yeah. It wasn't laziness. It was cheapness. I didn't want to pay for it.
Those videos, Jack, I hope you're always gonna keep, because someday when you're gonna be old man, they're gonna be like a treasure. You're gonna have such good memory from that with your old man. Maybe by then, at some point, he's gonna be gone, but you're always gonna have those memory with him. That's gonna be a treasure to keep forever. Don't ever lose those.
The thing is, currently I have 2 channels where I uploaded videos when I was like 2 years old, and those still exist.
Oh, I'm going to find them.
You're like the Truman. He grew up in front of camera.
Well, it wasn't 2, it was more like 6. But still, yeah. I just picked up a camera and decided to film some things, and I was like, no, I think I don't remember when I started. Very young. And then I stopped for a bit. I don't remember why. Oh yeah, because my tablet broke. And then I started doing it again on the channel which I'm currently using. Like if you've seen the chats, it's that channel, which I started uploading in 2017. So there's a lot of stuff there.
Oh, that's cool. And at some point, your old man told me you weren't to start a political channel. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll be curious to watch that.
Yeah, I have a couple of plans. I am still thinking. I'm not
over the world.
Well, yes, that is one of my plans, but we get there when we.
Somebody has to do it.
Yeah, someone has to do it.
It's really needed now.
Yeah, But I have a couple of plans. One of them is the political channel, which currently I plan on calling Woodcrawler Gaming. Don't ask why. And then another channel, which is a bit more of a secret, or I guess depending on how you want to look at it, the political channel is more of a secret, but whatever.
It's not a secret if you're putting it out there on the internet.
Well, yeah, but that was the original plan. The original plan was
I think he's not telling any of you guys is what he means.
Well,
not
no.
telling any of the gamer guys. You have to find him the hard way. When his face is plastered on the nightly news.
Yeah. No, I have another channel that I'm planning. I'm actually working on stuff for it right now as we do this live stream. If you wonder why I'm looking in this direction so much, that's what I'm doing. I've been working on it for a long time now, actually. It's just I want to get it perfect. And then I'm not sure what I plan on doing with my current channel. I'm probably just not going to do anything with it and just use it as like chat and stuff. I might upload like songs and stuff to it, but that's about it.
So you call it the hard worker, eh?
Yeah, I
That's good.
suppose.
Yeah, we need those. Anyway, I wonder still. I missed the Canadian block. You had a bunch of Canadian earlier with all like those Sean and
sorry about that.
Justin and Rick.
Hey, no worries, no worries.
But I'm
one
not,
of these days,
take too long. I'm dead tired. Like I've been like judging this competition all day, and my voice is.
Oh
going.
yeah, that's right. How'd it go? Good, I hope.
It went well. Yeah, a lot of the young lifter, which it's been a while since we had like that many like teen in the 15, 17, and
That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It's cool because we need to assure like a next generation for the sport. So when we see there was like this kid, 15-year-old. He deadlifted like just shy of 600 pounds, like 596. No, that's true. Just 500 pounds, 496, because it's a kilo meat. So the translation is a bit weird. And the guy was less under like 200 pounds himself. So that's a big deadlift for a 15-year-old. But yeah, it's always fun when you see like those new lifters coming in the sport and they have like bright future in front of them. But those days can be very tiring, like when you're sitting on the chair barking order all day. Yeah. So now they start early. I have to go to the national capital and come back home. So I'm dead tired. So I'm gonna bid you a good night.
All right. Take care, Mr. Mac.
Take care, guys.
Thanks for playing along. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good night, all, and congratulations again for your channel for this year that you did.
Thank
Amazing
you so much,
year.
man.
Keep at it.
Thanks. We got a lot more coming, and we hope
keep us
to
inform Jack about your. I'm very interested. I'm a very political guy, so I'm very interested in that channel you're gonna put out. I'm sure I'm gonna have comments to put on you. I'm gonna pester you in the comment section.
Yeah.
And is the Gamers Den your channel, right, Jordan?
Yep, that's correct.
I'll look that up. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
You too.
Awesome.
Have a good night.
Bye.
I was just reading the chat, Jordan, about your little one. That's scary territory. 104, man. I've been there with him a couple of times, and literally there's nothing scarier in the world than having a kid, and it's almost nightmarish, isn't it? I mean, every waking moment. You know what I mean? Until they get to a certain point. You know what I mean? Until they get to a certain point.
It was funny because first night, kind of freaking out a little bit because he's not sleeping great, he's fussy, he's upset. I mean, obviously 104 temperature, but then the day comes around, and other than being a little bit lethargic, he's being his usual self, wandering around the house, playing, doing stuff, pestering his older sister, and then he laid down to sleep. That was about the only thing unusual. I mean, he's only a little bit over 2 years old, but he's stopped taking naps. So him taking naps again was a pretty big indicator, and got him into the doctors, and they're like, yeah, he's got strep. He's got strep and a raging ear infection. And so just did what we had to do, got it taken care of. And then poor guy, as soon as it all cleared up, had a viral infection too. So back-to-back 2 weeks straight of being sick. But, it happens. We're through it and I'm mostly recovered. He's mostly recovered. Just got to rest up and take it one step at a time.
Awesome. Wow. So, how is your other half with your old channel thing?
She doesn't mind that I do it, but she does.
Is she a gamer?
She likes to watch more. She joined in on a campaign a little over a year and a half ago that I do online with some friends of mine from college. Most of them live back out in Minnesota, and she made a Dragonborn fighter for 5th edition, and she's been having a blast with it.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, sorry.
No, it was me. I got distracted. I'm not lying.
That's all right.
No, I saw a weird. Well, Brian said it's hard to see the little ones hurting, and
it is.
Just went back to when, Jackie was sick one particular time, and they just, being a father for the first time, it's, I'm 56, and we had Jackie a little later in life, and I spent so much time figuring that was just not going to be a thing. You know what I mean? And then life says, no. Guess what? It's time to have a boy, and have someone to always be there to keep you honest and make you be the best you can be. I was just curious, how she, having 2 kids, that's kind of a big deal, that's enough to keep anybody completely, busy. You get no free time, you know what I mean? But
and kids lead to all this graying there. Like, I've just got flecks of silver popping up all over. I mean, my wife and I had to go through, one of the worst things for our parents to go through. We had some problems with our first attempt, but then, we ended up with our daughter and then our son, and the gray hairs didn't stop coming after that. But you know what? I wouldn't trade any of it for anything else. I mean,
Exactly.
When my daughter started talking, she came into where I was sitting down playing on my laptop. I was playing Warhammer 2, and she went, "Dada, what you doing?" And I said, "I'm playing." She goes, and she points at the screen, goes, "What's that?" "Those are orcs." "What are orcs?" "Well, they're attacking my village." She goes, "Oh no, orcs." It's like, exactly, little one, exactly.
That's epic. I can't wait until you can actually get them at the table, to do the real dice rolling and stuff like that. If you keep it up, trust me, you will never make a greater investment into your own happiness, I guess, than showing them what you like, not pushing them, just showing them. And exactly. if they see that and that spark, ignite, there's nothing like it. Some of my absolute most treasured memories are when me and Jackie were playing games together. I'm not saying when or what, but I wouldn't trade that for anything in the world, and I would defend it with anything and everything I've got to make sure it stays the way it is. Unfortunately, he's growing up faster than I can put into words. I was watching a video earlier today. It was just 2 years ago, this video, and it's like 2 different kids. He's just like, now he's a little man. He's ready to go off and defend our country. And just 2 years ago, he was just this little tiny little kid, you know what I mean, that looked up to me and believed all my bullshit, you know, and now he's like calling me on it. I'm like, what happened, you know? But you know what? That's where it's at, man. That is the greatest gift in life, you know.
Oh yeah.
And when you get off the show, do us a favor tonight. Go give your wife a big hug for us, and take those kids and squeeze them until their eyes pop out of their heads, just for us, because you know, if we were there, we would be giving them noogies. And you know, just treasure every moment of it, my friend. I literally wish I could bless all my friends with that same kind of experience. There's a lot of my friends that weren't, for whatever reason, you know, it just didn't happen, and it's just like, there's literally nothing better.
For some people, it's not for them, and you know, nothing wrong with that. You know, different strokes, different folks, and everything. Some people don't want kids, and you know, I've got a couple of friends just adamantly never ever want kids. They value their personal time, they value the freedom that they have with that, and it's like I get that. I completely respect that, and you know what? Good on them for being aware that that's something that they don't want to give up, because if they go and have kids and then they suddenly give that up, I don't want them to be resentful of anything. Not that I think that they would, but you know.
Yeah,
but
I suppose I'm just so overjoyed every time I think about it that, you know, I want to share that feeling, you know.
It's absolutely a wonderful thing. Absolutely. I love every minute, even the bad moments. Like when I come back to look at it later after I get over whatever feelings I have in the moment, you know, process it all, look back on it and go, yeah, kids, I love them. You know, even the bad moments, I look back on it and it's like those bad moments, that was a learning experience for me, or something for us to try to overcome together. And, you know, we've done it. And like you said, it's a chance for me to encourage their imaginations, to, you know, getting them into gaming and stuff. Like I wanted to get my daughter into martial arts with me, but you know, she just doesn't feel it. She just doesn't work that way, and that's fine. My son, on the other hand, though, he'll just be sitting there going, just swinging away at me, just going to absolute town, and it's great. But both of them love sitting down at the table, breaking out the paints, getting minis, painting them up. They love playing with my dice, even if they don't understand everything that I'm doing with them. And they love the stories that I sit down and tell them too. That's got to be one of the best things. And that's the best part about gaming for me, is being able to tell a story with my friends, or making new friends telling a story, and being able to bring that to my kids.
I hope your wife is getting some of those behind the scenes on camera, you know. Not to share with us, but with them, you know, like Mr. Max was saying, you know, save every one of those videos you can.
Yeah,
they're, you know, when you're old and gray, you know, in a couple of years, and sitting in your rocking chair, you know, you can you know, pull those up and you know watch them when they're, you know, off living their lives and stuff.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'd love to keep going, but I know there's probably more people waiting in the wings, and I'm sure my wife is wanting me to.
Like I said, give her a big hug for us, and squeeze those little ones. And we will talk again real soon, my friend. Have a wonderful weekend, and thank you so much for coming on. And again, everybody, the Gamer's Den, go check out his channel. You will not regret it. Regardless of what games you play, this guy is a pro, absolute professional. I don't know where you got it, but I'm telling you, man.
Thank you massively, and also happy streamiversary to you once again. Happy for you guys, and I wish you nothing but success and the best, and you guys have yourselves a good weekend.
Take care, my friend. Okay, now I got to bring
Before
these
you
two
add
bugs
anything,
in.
I want to clarify a couple of things. First off, Justin, your last comment, I don't know what you mean by that, and I want clarification because as far as I'm aware, I don't. And World War II, that the black and red flag is the Spanish Falange. You can look that up if you want.
He admiring your flags?
What?
Was he admiring your flags?
No. Justin said.
No, I meant Brian.
Oh, Brian. He was wondering what the black and red one was.
Oh yeah, that's just a small.
Don't worry, it's not an anarchist flag. If you ever see one of those in my room, I give you permission to execute me on the spot.
Over my dead body. I'll just burn the flag. All right, I got to bring these two guys in because, well, when you see them, you'll understand why.
I know.
Provided they are not sleeping at the wheel. Bruce, Jade, welcome to the show.
Jade?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, good to see you.
How's it going?
Not like we don't see each other every week, guys. But I appreciate you guys coming in. I was surprised. I was hoping to work it to where I could bring everybody in from the show, and we could just have a little bitty show. But I guess Connell's it's Saturday, so I
saw him earlier today, and he's off to go get coffee with his. How do we say floozy so politely around Gentleman Jack?
I would just spell it out. I would just spell it out. FLOOZ.
Chimerian's in the chat there.
Hey, Chimerian, you want to pop in real quick, and we'll just make it a mini table breakers with special guest Jack. Let me put the link in there.
I sent the link in the Discord.
There you go.
Hold up. I have. Oh, it is. I have just the same for this.
First things first. Happy Streamiversity.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to let Kai jump ahead of the line just because you guys get it. Spence and James, you know, I'm in their show every week, and it just makes sense to, bring them in. Hey, Kai, how you doing?
Good.
You feeling better?
Yes.
Good. Ready to make me president? Did you talk to your buddy? Because that's what I'm shooting for. I know I'm supposed to be protecting the guy, but you know what? Power's power.
I'm shooting Gauss rifles on Tuesday when I plan on plugging him full of Gauss rifles, so therefore I'll ask him then.
Fair enough.
Happy Streamiversary, bud.
Yep. Thank you, my friend. Thank you very much. I wanted to ask you, Bruce, did you get a chance to read those comics?
I got through the first two, and I was going to pick those up tonight, and I remembered, oh, whoops, I've got a stream to be on. So
just a couple. We'll just have you guys on for a couple minutes and let you get back to your weekends. We'll be.
First one is so recognizable because all the artwork that they use in that comic is in the first edition books for Mutant Chronicles. So it's just like, for once, I finally see the context of all these pictures that I've been looking at for decades.
I'm going to real quick. Hold up. Thank you for popping in. One of these days, we got to hang out together, you, me, and the boy, and have a a little discussion. Your specialty and Jack's. Not so much mine. I maybe a little here, but Jackie's going to say it's aliens, but making fun of my favorite TV show. But one of these days, Dungeon Minister. Definitely got to have a show with you, okay? Until then, have a great weekend. and thank you for everything you do. You are a cornerstone to this community.
Good night, Dungeon Master. Thank you, sir.
All right. One quick clarification I need to make, Mr. Max. If you speak or no, a better way to put this is absolutely not. No, the Freemasons are gay.
I'll pass it along to this other Freemason.
Let me hide that blue Bible I have in my front room.
He's only saying that because my grandfather was a Freemason. Not the one who was supposedly Operation Paperclip, but the other one, the one I actually met.
Well, no, I say that is the reason I say that is because Mr. Max was worried that this knife I have right here is Freemason, which it is not.
Dude.
I need something to hold on to.
I understand.
I suppose there's other worse choices on stream, but yeah, okay, fine. I'll let that slide.
Yeah, I could have done, but I don't feel like doing that.
You know, you three guys, and of course Connell and Baron. I wish Baron was here, especially because Baron has done some behind the scenes. As a matter of fact, I wanted to give him credit because he came up with the name Shadow Chat. He designed the logo that's in the upper right-hand corner. And though I rarely get to see him except on Thursdays, he's been a massive, massive help. And, you know, I think it was him that invited me to hang out with all you guys, you know, way back in, you know, the beginning of last year, you know. And it was an extreme honor. I hope I can, you know, continue to, you know, toss out some nuggets that help you guys from time to time. Each and every one of you guys are you know, the word special just doesn't even come close.
Special works well. In context.
I'll let you know a little secret there, Shadow. I'm kind of retarded.
Yep.
Aren't we all, except the little guy? He's like the only one who's not.
Yeah, I'm just autistic.
Yeah, but there's been
we have a support group.
Yeah, it's one of the high points of my week. You know, getting to hang out with you guys on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and hopefully, you know, when it's my turn to run a game, you know, you give the old man, you know, a little leeway, you know, with his idea of what he thinks is fun, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. You know, I'm putting, you know, I was lucky, you know, and I cheated a little by saying I want to go last because that way I get to watch you guys go, okay, I'm not doing that, I'm not doing that, and I'm not doing that, okay, but I am going to do that, and I'm definitely stealing that. So hopefully, you know, we'll get to hang out for a good long time. And I won't step on too many toes and interrupt you guys so much. I'm working on it, but I'm old and I forget shit quick. And if I don't blurt it out, it's gone, man. Genius just gone with the wind.
I understand that.
I understand.
It's all right, bud.
Well, you know,
that's what he does the judge.
Baron did read me the riot act, and I'm like, sorry, man, I'm old. You know, this internet thing is new and strange and weird and scary. You know. Not at all. It's a blast. It's, you know, we're all very fortunate we get to do this. You know, I know, like Jade, you know, you almost gave up, and that would have been a tragedy and a crime against humanity. You know, each and every one of you guys is a genius in my book, and you all have something special to share with the world. That's why you're here. You know, so what if we're a little bit narcissistic? You know what? So what? You know what? Well, you should be because you deserve to be. You Kai have got just one of the biggest brains out there, man. I don't know why you don't put out more videos. I get it that you're busy, but damn, you would make us all look like freaking Pinky from Pinky and the Brain. You know, you put your stuff out there, and we're just gonna be like, what do you want to do tonight? You know, it's just
because I the mindset I have is not conducted towards usual YouTube production standards, so therefore no.
Kai, you found part of your tribe. You'll find the rest. Just build it and they will come.
My tribe is a bunch of whack jobs on a different server. Trust me. I know who they are. They're already out there.
Okay. Because I want to see more of you. Like right now, I can't even see your freaking mug, man. What's up with that? No, I'm just messing with you.
Because the lights are completely off in the room, and my painting booth's turned on. It would be horrible lighting. No thanks.
Fair enough. I get it. So you guys got any special projects coming up that we should plug right now? Each one of you has got your own channel. Jade's Tabletop Tavern, Chimerian, and Bruce Lombardo of Dick's Division. You guys, I want to see more stuff, man. I want to see more stuff. It's like with Jade, I had to go resub to him because I guess YouTube said, he's not doing anything. You don't need to be subbed to him. I was kind of like, what? And
my whole focus has been gatekeepers lately instead of my own content. So that's where my focus has been. Make that show the best show I can make it.
It's a lot of fun, man. I wouldn't miss it for the world. And one of these days we're gonna have to get some of these jokers who've been in tonight onto the show. There was some great people on so far, and there's a few more people that are just as great waiting to jump in. Randy just said, we should seriously think about doing that, working with some of the other channels. And my son, I think it was Jackie's idea to do theme months. He'll probably say it was mine and put the blame on me.
No, it wasn't my idea.
But we've had a lot of fun with it, and it really makes it easier to program, like we do on Connell's show, where we program a month of this is what we're going to do. I know James Pinky was the genius, but he was the genius at living the life to its fullest, not taking over the life of everybody else on the planet. But, doing a couple of theme months or a theme topic for a week or something with people like Biggest Geekest and, other channels out there, maybe even Max from Legion of Myth, if he, is up to it, or the James Gang, Hungar and DM James together, sort of, cross-pollinate and see what we can all do together as a bigger group, that way, it looks like we know what we're doing, instead of like, looking like we're just pulling crap out of our ass, I think that would be a lot of fun, maybe, if you guys know some other people out there we'd like to work with, let's bring them into this big, happy dysfunctional family and see what we can do,
Right.
When we and Max were first breaking together the gatekeepers idea, we put together a Discord chat of 10 of the people that we could think of off the top of our head that would be interested in doing that. And that chat fell off pretty quickly, actually, because people just, they didn't want to be affiliated with me, I guess. And that's okay. That's fine. And I'm not too popular, right? I get under people's certain skin.
That's a load of horse crap. Dude, you've got one of the greatest voices out there. Even certain people who like seem to not get along, you know what? I guarantee if we were all in the same building, you know what I mean? And we weren't talking games, we would have a blast. It would be one of the best parties ever, and, hopefully, when I get to put together the first ShadowCon and we get, a bunch of us all together in the same building at the same time. You know what? We're there's going to be a whole bunch of us crying our damn eyes out when it's time to end,
No, I'm going out in a body bag of alcohol poisoning. Thank you very much.
No, I meant when it's time to go home.
Oh no, I mean
I'm
leaving.
No. I meant like we're doing a con, and it's Sunday night, and we all got to pack up our stuff and go leave. It'll be the longest Minnesota goodbye in the history of Minnesota.
And again,
we'll just have to We'll have to pack Kai up in a body bag because he'll have probably gone through alcohol poisoning by that point.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's how I'm ending that con. Thank you very much. I'm not going out normal. Thank you.
Hey, DM James, how you doing, sir?
He'll go through 2 boxes of Kleenex. You watch, guys. He'll be the biggest blubber.
But when we make gatekeepers, like the entire goal was to kind of like build a super friends of game masters that knew the games they wanted to play and wanted to run pretty much inside and out, and then just be able to share topics, ideas, and we were going to throw barbs at each other back and forth, but that's part of the entire that's the entire culture of gaming. I mean, that's just what you do, because like if you see a DM make a bad call at a game store at a con, you're up there facing like, bad doggy, don't put your face in that shit, you know, and you learn together, because it is a social thing. But then over time, me and Max realized we didn't have time to do all the things we wanted to do with it. And Jade's there. Jade's a fucking resource management extraordinaire. Jade will take it. And so Jade has fucking taken this idea for gatekeepers, and he's running with the ball. I would love to see other GMs and other professionals in this, or professionals, as you might want to call it. I would love to see them just get a hold of Jade and be like, dude, give me like two nights on gatekeepers, because I want to hang out. I want to trade some ideas with you and your crew. And I would love to see that happen, because he could really do it.
So would I.
And this is what I was just thinking, Six Nations. This is how true friends act. If you cannot give your best friend a ration of crap, he is not your friend. You know what I mean? Because he gets to do it right back. You know, that's what friends do. Trust me, I know. Jackie knows. He's got a circle of friends, which just makes my day every time I hear him talk about it. You know, we all, I don't know about you guys, but I always had, you know, what I always called the Fantastic Four. Me and my 3 closest buddies, we were inseparable. And, you know, it doesn't have to be 4, but whatever, you know. That for me, that's just the way it worked out, you know, growing up. And we would give each other a ration of crap. But you know what? When the chips were down and we needed each other, we were always there for each other. Just, you know, whatever you need, just tell me, you know. And you know, you guys all grew up together, you know, maybe not from, you know, kindergarten up, but you guys were all friends in the real world. And here you guys are all over the place now, but still maintaining that classic, you know, friendship that we should all be so lucky to, you know, have at least once in our life. And here you guys are still going strong, still doing the things. Yeah, Sean, I'm going to steal that line from you, among others. Just like DM James, what are you doing with your life? I love that freaking phrase, man. I'm going to steal it and use it every chance I get. And I hope you don't mind, because it's classic. Because, you know, we have such a unique opportunity when it comes to this hobby. You know, 20 years ago or more, when I was, you know, cutting my teeth, we did not have it. We were lucky to have gamers, and you just got stuck with whoever was there, you know. Okay, these are the only people in my high school that play. I guess I'm playing with them. You know what I mean? And here we get to, you know, be a little more discerning and, you know, pick and choose and get to, you know, be with some great guys. There's a guy right now, Spencer, who I'm in a game with, and we hit it off, you know, great. And I hope, you know, he and I get to continue to game, you know, every Sunday with Rick and the rest of the Motley crew, and getting the game with you guys has been just, you know, like you guys, most of you guys know, I was Eternal GM until this last year. You know, I got to play with you know, my you know, my buds, but not as a player. A couple of times, but you know, those games sucked. You know, sorry, Chucky, your game sucked. You know, it you know, you should have blasted me for half the crap I tried to get away with. You know, and you know, I get it. It was not your first time, but you know, now we get to play with, you know, basically Eternal GMs all at the table. You know what I mean? It's just like, and it's so cool that each and every one of us doesn't try to pull that rules lawyer crap, when one of us is GMing. It's like, no, man, it's your show. We trust you, and it's paid off every single time, except that one time. Connell and
what? I can't hear you.
Ask Jade. He'll tell you.
Yeah.
No, I only give him trouble because I only give him a hard time because he's my adopted little bro, and one of these days he's gonna make us all look dumb. He's got this master plan he's working on. Yeah, and we're just gonna be like, wow. You know what I mean? Right, Jade? I see you laughing. You're like, sure, yeah. Maybe.
Did I miss that? Hold up.
He's first got to find the time.
Yeah.
That's the trick right there.
Yeah. And that's the trick with any tabletop group, is finding the time to actually meet anymore, especially as adults. When we're all teenagers, it's easy to meet up because everybody has the same time because everyone's going to class and they're at school or whatnot. But no, us meeting up as adults, it's hard to get the table together and finding a time that works for literally everybody. Which I'm glad I've met you guys. I'm glad I've met you, Shadow, and got to hang out with you on Wednesdays for Gatekeepers, and again on Thursdays when the Table Breakers meet, and we can either talk deep dive into a specific topic, or even have 2 weeks of playing a game. It's really great to actually be able to sit down and play a game especially with other game masters, because they get it. Like, they know the struggle of balancing a game, or coming up with content for their players to walk through or go through. So it's really very different playing with a group of game masters versus it is a group of just players. So I really appreciate having the time to be able to do that with all of you.
There he is. We need more adult hero adults.
Yes, there's the Baron.
Hey, Baron.
So, yeah. With that, I know you've got other people waiting in line to get in here. So I'll go ahead and head on out. It's been a pleasure. And again, happy Streamiversary. And
thank you
so
so
many
much,
more years
Dave.
of you.
I appreciate it. Thank you. You too, man. You too. Keep them coming.
All
Make
right.
sure you give the wife a big hug for us. I'm going to put the link again in the chat because some of the people that wanted to join us probably won't be able to after you guys go about your merry way this evening. I look forward to seeing you guys again later on in the week. Have a great weekend, guys.
All righty. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Have a good night.
Take care, guys.
Thank you, sir.
You too, Bruce.
Take care, bud.
And here we have got Spence. I'm just going to bring in Spence real quick. Well, you know what? I'm going to bring all three of you guys in here right now. We have got Spence from what is your channel again? I don't want to screw it up.
Hey, Shadow. Pleasure to be on here.
Pleasure to have you. What's the name of your channel again? Because I definitely want to plug your channel along with you, RPG Grandma.
It's a Dispenser Show.
Dispenser Show. That's right. That's pretty clever. The other one confused me because I didn't recognize you. But for those of you who don't know, he and I are in Rick from 28mm RPG's Traveler game on Sunday night. It is a blast. I'm having so much fun, and I'm glad you guys have welcomed me, the way you guys have in the game. I know Rick, threw you guys for a little bit of a loop with my character, and me too. He kind of, pulled a fast one, but I think we got this. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And RPG Grandma, I could have swore I subbed to you, and I had to resub today. And I was talking to George today, and he was telling me how he sent you a bunch of stuff, from Emperor's Choice for your
did.
100 stuff.
And
He's such
they're
a
prizes.
great guy.
I got a big prize box.
He is one of the best guys out there. And I was hoping, that I could have helped out with that, and get you on this show and then get more people over to partake in your giveaway. But you know what? He told me, when you hit your next milestone, he will be there for you. Because like me, he wants to make you famous, and we're going to do it. And DM James, holy crap, man. Long time no see, in the...
It's been a long while.
Yeah.
I stream almost every day. So,
and I'm always there in the chat, but sometimes you catch me off guard. Right. I've got to do stuff. That's why I'm on your brother's case so much. It's like, are we doing a show? Because if not, I got stuff I got to do. And I get it. He's got more freedom than I do. But he's also got like hardcore issues that he's got to deal with. And I do not want to, get in the way of that. But you two guys, I talk a lot about how there's a lot of husband and wives gamers out there, but you got something just as special with your kinship with Hungar that not gonna lie, I'm a little jealous. My brother, before he got into all the trouble he got into, we would game, and I tried to keep him out of that trouble, but I just couldn't do it. I tried my hardest. It didn't work, but I still have those memories. And I can only imagine that it would have been something like what you two share, being, such big fans of all the same stuff.
When we were
all the
kids,
same
I
games.
used to tell Hungar he was adopted, or that we found him behind a dumpster.
Yeah. We still say that to Jackie. And Jackie just counters with, no, I know I'm adopted.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, I invited you on earlier today, but I guess you had stuff going on, and Jackie's invited. And Bruce, which is unfortunate because if anyone thinks anything negative about Bruce, if he hangs out with me, they'll start thinking he's super positive. Because no one can be worse than me.
Depends on the category, but I generally agree.
And what am I doing, in case you're wondering? I'm building bases for 40K Imperial Guard weapons teams. So
that's epic.
Yeah, I got to build the bases first. Otherwise, trying to base around a mortar team or something is just a real pain.
That looks cool.
Also, I wanted to show this off, but your bro left.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Gaslands. I love Gaslands.
Yeah, he's the king, dude. He's the king. He's such a big, lovable guy. I was looking for Gaslands videos because I wanted to see if I wanted to get the little guy into it. He had, he's got hundreds of Hot Wheels, and I'm like, this is a game for us. Let's do it. And he was the first channel I found. And after I found his channel, I'm like, okay, done. This is the guy, and we became really good friends. For those of you guys who don't know, it's Mad Eye Miniatures. He's just one of the biggest, teddy bears of a guy, who just, he's got all this positivity, and, he's in Ireland, and it's a little rough there, so I get it, but, he's one of us, so I'm going to, I want to shout out each and every one of you guys' channels. Spencer, you're just getting started. As long as you keep doing it, you'll get there. Don't worry about the numbers. Don't worry about the expectations. Just do whatever it is that, whatever's your joy, whatever's your bliss, whatever. I want to sound like a hippie, but just do it and it'll be fine.
He also lives in Ireland, which is like you got to worry about your car blowing up every time you go out. So
Yeah, as long as you stay away from Jackie's style
It's
politics.
taking a bit of time. I only got 4 videos on.
Well, if you ever need help, or you want to jump on our show, the door's always open. And Grandma, holy crap!
Sorry, hey.
It is so amazing to be able to talk to someone who like I know James is only a little bit younger than me, but I've got this collection that's just crazy obscure stuff, and you're the first person who's ever said mentioned some of the stuff, the weird stuff that's in my collection that I thought literally nobody remembered or cared or gave a crap about it, and yet I'm looking at you and I'm looking behind your shelves and I'm just going, oh my God, I bet there are some gems in there that just, I've been looking for that book forever. So don't ever invite me over. And if I do come over, make sure I leave my jacket, my backpack at the door, because I got some sticky fingers when it comes to books, man. I will, something will be missing. I'm just saying, because I pride myself in my collection, so I can only imagine the cool gems you've got in there. One of these days, real soon, you're gonna have to be my one-on-one guest on a Friday. I know it's hard for you, but if there's a different day, we'll do it then. Just you and me talking about the old moldy, moth-eaten, artifacts and relics of the old gamer days. All that cool stuff that was in the back of Dragon magazine and the original D&D books, things like Practice and Don't Give Up the Ship and Star Probe and Space Empires, those games that they were good games, and people just turn their noses up at it, like, who wants to play that? And you know what, we do. You know what I mean? Right?
That's right. The old stuff is the best stuff.
Are you is that code?
What?
I was asking her if
There's
that
no
was
school
code.
like the old school.
Yep, there isn't. And nothing funner than getting that, that game that isn't quite complete, and then you got to fill in all the blanks. Oh, it's frustrating.
Yep. I was looking at some old Avalon Hill games this week, and I'm like, crap, I can afford any of this now. Back when we were kids, it's like, my first player's handbook took me 2 weeks of mowing lawns to be able to afford. And once I got that, it took less time to get the money for the DMG because I worked twice as hard once I got the player's handbook in my hot little hands because my DM did not want us having it. Can that's the way it was back then. It's like, oh no, you don't need the player's handbook. You just trust me. I'm like, yeah, right. It says player's handbook on it, and you won't let me look at it. Oh, I'm going to buy my own. And once I got the DMG, once I got my DMG, said, okay, find your DM, and that's all she wrote. I was a forever DM from 1979 on.
You guys want to know how I got my money as a kid to buy my addiction with role-playing games? My mom had a friend who liked to go to the horse races. And did it freeze?
No, you're still good. Oh, maybe it did freeze.
Yeah.
I think she froze.
Yeah, that's something that happens with Grandma a bit.
My internet sucks.
Yeah, there's like a 3 or 4 second delay on my end here.
Hey guys, it's my internet. But anyway, my mom had a friend who liked to go to the horse races.
Justin is ripping me a new one, man.
I got a 50% cut on all the winnings if I picked out the horses. I made bank. I was good at that.
That is epic.
And no, I don't gamble as an adult. But yeah. I'm not the one frozen this time. Spencer, you're there. Everybody else is moving. think it froze on their end.
I was lucky. My mom bought me like everything.
Now I had to do like I did that. I did babysitting. I did a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I think
Got a
I
job.
think it froze on Shadow's end there.
Yeah, I got a job for $1 an hour, going over corporations' books looking for errors because their accountants suck. I was a little kid.
Yeah, I had to do chores, but then like my very first BX sets I ever owned, my mother bought me for a birthday, I think.
Yes, my first
Because
basic
my
set
mom
was
was
like
a
birthday or
Tolkien
Christmas.
freak. When
And
I
it's
was in
hard
the
for
third
me to
grade,
say
she
which.
insisted. I'm sorry, I don't mean to talk over you.
No, that's okay.
But when I was in the third grade, she insisted I read Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. She was just, she is a reader, and she kind of pushed me to being a reader. And then, so the whole D&D thing was, she actually, when I was young, she would never play with me, right? But once I got into my 40s and she was in her 60s, she would game with us every week.
Cool.
So yeah,
That's
it
really
was
cool.
pretty cool. Like my daughter, she gamed with us from like 15 to 20. But then when she turned 20, she went to college and got married, started having kids.
Well, you know, adulting, it interferes with your fun time.
Right. So,
So
but I still see her. I don't know. I'm kind of glad she doesn't play though, because she always wanted to play like an assassin, and she always wanted
you have to run the evil
beat
campaign.
everyone else. You know, like everybody's walking out of the dungeon back to town, and she's leaning over to me, being like, "Can I kill them and take all their treasure?" Like, where did I go wrong with you? I was trying to raise a good
game.
kid.
Well, I'm the one always in chat. Like one of the Traveler games, they said there was a hospital inside the space station. I was like, okay, so how well guarded is it? Because I was like plotting in the chat. How, you guys need to go rip it off.
Right, get some, what do they call them? Anagathics or whatever.
Yes.
Some freaking
Oh,
to keep you young, or some
Yeah,
combat
they'll
drugs.
sell that stuff on the black market, man.
Yeah, there's an old school adventure you probably know about it called Twilight's Peak.
I think I've heard of it. I don't think I've played it though.
It's a classic traveler adventure, and the whole point is during one of the frontier wars, a shipload of pharmaceuticals got lost, and the characters
beautiful.
kind of figure out where it might be, and it's like millions of credits worth of anti-radiation drugs and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean,
Salvage
in
that bad
classic
boy.
traveler, the missiles that the bigger ships fire have nuclear warheads on them. So
Right. The Traveler could be pretty deadly. I had Traveler. And I still have to replace it. It's on my replace list. I have some of the GURP stuff for it too, but
It was a
Yeah.
pleasure meeting everyone on here.
yeah, it's nice
Yeah,
to
apparently
actually
I'm going to
see
take
everybody.
off in case there's anyone else that needs to be a part of this show.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
can you invite people on?
I can.
Oh, here comes Shadow.
Oh, here he
Yeah, I
comes.
can dip out. It's
There he
11
is.
o'clock, and I still
And
got
I will be.
Sorry, guys. The internet's crazy. There's
subbing everyone's
there's been a
channel. So you guys have a good night.
You too.
Take care, Spence. I will see you tomorrow, man.
Excuse me,
And
guys.
Shadow, I'm gonna hit the road too, because I still have a couple of last minute things I promised my wife I'd do.
See you
No,
tomorrow,
no worries.
Shadow.
No worries. We will
And
we
then
will all
I've got
hook
a
up again
video
real soon.
already lined up for tomorrow. It's about the Ubersreich source book for Warhammer and the Altdorf source book for Warhammer. And then I'm gaming tomorrow night our Old School Essentials Advanced game. So chances are you will not see me online tomorrow.
Okay, well, you know where to find us and vice versa. thank you guys for showing up. We really appreciate it. Have a great game, and like I always say, give your brother one of these. When you see him.
Oh yeah,
just for us.
Yeah, he's a good guy. How do I leave?
It's on the bottom.
You just hit the red
Okay,
button
right
on
there.
the bottom.
Remove from the stream. All right. Yeah. We'll be doing our thing. I'll see you later.
Take care, James. Thank you. Okay, Grandma, it's just the three of us. I'm going to be bringing some more people in just a moment. I want you to, give me a good, day and time where we can do the one-on-one. Just you, me, and a bunch of old school, antique games that you want to talk about. Are you on Discord?
Okay. Oh, it froze again.
Oh no.
Not here.
Oh no.
And Mark, I'm going to bring you in just a moment.
Maybe.
Okay, I mean,
Justin's
my
giving
internet's
us all-
bad on my
all
end
kinds of
too,
stuff.
guys. So I don't know. I don't know why. I'm paying for the high speed and the whoopty everything, but it's just not. It just keeps doing the timeout thing.
Have you done a system, reboot or anything like that lately?
No, I'm on an iPad. That is my computer.
Okay, I'm on a tablet too. So, what you can do, you've got like a router or something in your house, right?
Yeah, somewhere there's a router. I have to ask my husband
Yeah,
where
just
it is. but
find
yeah.
out where it is. All you got to do later on is find it and like unplug it for about a minute or 2 minutes, and then plug it back in, and that should help you out a bit. But in the meantime, Grandma, I am going to bring in my good friend Mark.
What's up, Shadow?
Hello,
Grandma. Meet
I think I should listen.
meet my good friend Mark, and your lady friend's name is chopped off.
It's my daughter Greer. We went back. I went back.
I'm old, and your picture's like this big. So
Yeah. This is
Jackie?
Greer. Yeah.
Yes.
Say hi.
I said hello.
Hi.
Yeah, how long has it been since you've
This is
seen him,
Greer.
right?
Yeah, this is Greer, 1985. I went back into DeLorean to Sunset Strip, looking for you outside the Whiskey Go-Go, but I didn't see you there. But I found her there and brought her back with me.
Awesome. Well, the four of us are going to have to do a show, fathers and kids, and share our gaming experiences. Trying to coerce our kids into this cool ass hobby. You too, Grandma. I'm sure you've got some stories to tell, like myself. Trying to pin the little ones down for a good old fashioned wholesome game of whatever. It's so hard to compete with and Grandma bails on us with the electronic these days. Whether it's the phone, the tablet, the PlayStation, or what have you. It's getting harder, man. We're gonna have to pull out our A games to get these kids, in with us.
Yeah. But so she had her the Rock of Ages show, and I know that you frequent in the. It's supposed to all take place on the. I don't know if you're familiar with the musical or whatever. It all takes place on the Strip in California there, and it's instead of the Whiskey A Go-Go, it's called the Bourbon Room in the musical. And I know you were in that area from time to time, Shadow. So
yeah, I've been to the Whiskey quite a few more times than I remember or could count.
Okay.
Among other places, the Golden Bear in Huntington, and just all kinds of places that, back in my band days, it was stuff I can't talk about on TV, so to speak.
Yeah,
but I keep threatening to tell tell my son. I keep threatening my son. I'm gonna do my diary of a DM for hire series where I talk about all that crazy stuff that went on in the 80s when it came to gaming. From the satanic panic, the drugs, the groupies, and all the crazy stuff for us, young Turks back in the day. It was a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie, but fortunately, we all got to grow up, and having kids is the best part about it. And I hope you two, never go the way of so many, parents and kids these days, and just, at each other's throats and just, I'm leaving, that whole thing. Because it's a blessing, and you guys are lucky. Yeah. Trust me, you got a great dad. You got a great dad. You may not see it. So does that other kid up there.
Is there? What's that?
I said, so does that kid up there, but he'd never admit to it. But
I was telling her about Jack. He's a genius. I told her. So if we ever can do I know they have foreign exchange students, but I didn't know if they did one where you can come halfway across the country, and you want to come to the Midwest for a while, Jack, and do a couple months out at Boone Grove, and then she could go back with you to California, do a couple months at your school. I just thought we'd do something like that maybe, but I don't know.
I mean, I'd love to get out of this state.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. It's all flat and cornfields where we live, so you might want to think twice about that.
Anything's better than some of the stuff we have over here.
Okay.
Especially with people my age, it's not a good sight.
Yeah,
a bit there again.
We've got some things that California used to be the place that everybody wanted to go, and literally now so many people want to leave that there hasn't been a U-Haul truck available in going on 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't let your daughter come out to California without anything less than a Brinks truck and a top level armed detail to 4-point security all around her 24/7.
Well, that's what I got that guy in the top to your left there for, right?
Yeah, he'd keep her out of trouble. She'd be bored to death, talking politics all day, but
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's not quite her, but she's more of a Snapchat, Instagram girl. But she does good in school. She's been on the honor. She's gotten all A's so far the first 2 years of high school. So she's doing good in high school, and she's doing theater and dance and all that good stuff. So she's busy too, like your son. They have got all their activities, but I just wanted to pop in and wish a happy streamiversary and all that stuff. And
Thank you, my friend.
I'll be chatting. I'll be chatting with you guys tomorrow. Yeah. What?
Did you watch the movie then? Okay, right?
Yep.
Did you watch it with your daughter?
No, I did not. She's been doing her musical all weekend. She's barely been at home at all, but
okay. Jackie and I, we had a blast watching it, and we will have a blast talking about it with you tomorrow. I was just curious. I'm not going to say go watch it with her because maybe it's not, her cup of tea. But one of these days, we gotta bring her on Connell's show so we can all watch something that is appropriate. Not saying that we watch inappropriate stuff, but he seems like a good dad, unlike me, and I let my boy watch anything. He just won't watch porn. Can you imagine that? I'm like, right? You know, it's crazy. Look at him. He's like, I don't know what's going on with his screen, but he's like doing one of those extras like vibrate in the character. Maybe that was just him doing that. I don't know. But yeah, he's a good kid. But yeah, we definitely have to have the four of us on, do a show. You got anything, planned for your channel anytime in the future that I can shout out?
Hopefully I've got some time travel topics. I'm going to hopefully get some videos up. I did a couple different pieces of media about time travel, and then I wanted to maybe talk to you and maybe kind of pick your brain. I wanted to do Hollow Earth stuff, so I definitely wanted to do burrows like at the Earth's core or something like that. And I was gonna maybe see if you had the talk to you about that. Maybe we could work something out, a live stream with that, and then I was gonna also. All
right, maybe yeah, because it sounds like we both want to run kind of like the same game for the Hollow Earth kind of thing. Mine was going to be Nazi dinosaur cults of Antarctica, and maybe we could like co-DM half of it for the regular group of guys. Omen and Bo and Kevin, and maybe Jackie can get on it. And I wanted to let your daughter know that this silly hobby that your old man and myself and Jackie are into is actually, if you're doing the theater and drama and stuff, this is like full-time practice every day. This is one of the greatest hobbies. If you really want to do something with that career-wise, just go out there and look how many actors and actresses and other people are actually playing these silly games. They're only playing one, Dungeons and Dragons, but there's other stuff. And, if you really want to, do this, as your thing, in the future, there is no better practice in the world. And it makes it fun instead of like work. And, you'll have your handprints on the Walk of Fame before you know it. Just trust your old man, get into some games, and or if you've got kids at your school that are playing, get in their games, and you'd be amazed. Your old man isn't crazy, neither are we. It really is. It's a lot of stupid fun, yeah, trust me.
All right, yeah, you froze again there at the end, but yeah. So I'm gonna let her. Sorry. She's got another performance tomorrow. She's got to get to bed. She's had a late nights and early starts to the day, but we just wanted to pop in and say hi and wish you guys a congrats and happy streamiversary. I guess we're calling this. So
thank you so much. I know. And I look forward to your first streamiversary too, my friend. Take care, everybody. Give the wife a hug for us, and go enjoy the rest of your weekend.
All right, bye-bye. Good to see you guys. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.
Yep, mages, they're definitely actors' games. I know a lot of people, don't like to use that word or think it's insulting, but you know what? A lot of huge big-name actors are either getting into the hobby or have been into the hobby, and now that it's a big, household word again, who knows? I hope them the best of luck for Mark and his daughter. And if she really wants to do that, this is the thing, this is the place, this is the hobby to get into if you really want to, go that route. Good night, Bruce. Good night, Six Stations, Mobius. Welcome to the show. We're going to actually go on for a little while longer. Because I'm waiting for two special people that I could not do the show without, and I don't know what the hell they're doing with their life, but that being James L. and Nathan Allen from the Quantum Show. All three of us do that other show together on Saturday nights after this show. I just sent them a message and hope they will pop in because they're great friends of mine, and you know, as much as I love this hobby, I also like talking about the supernatural and the paranormal. You know, obviously Jackie and I we like doing the politics and other stuff like that. But that's you know, that's a really touchy subject for a lot of people, and we tend to, you know, only do that with certain people who we know aren't gonna, you know, explode when they hear about it.
I mean,
Calzone.
Oh, there I am.
I mean, if you really want
to
just look
how's it
behind
going,
you.
Squirrel? I'm so glad you made it to the show. How you been, my friend?
Talking. Was it me or two? The show. Oh, okay. I guess I am. Jeez, I got thrown for a minute there. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
we can.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you were talking to somebody else. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was.
Yeah. No. Okay. All right.
No worries.
Yeah. Now, if I could just, darn it, I have to see. No. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of skinny minis today. I was telling you guys earlier, but anyway, sorry. Here, look at the kitty cat.
Awesome. This is Cal Benoni, right?
Yes.
It is
Yes.
so nice to finally get to talk to you. You know, like I said at the beginning of the show, you and Grim were the guys who pushed us in this direction, and we will be forever grateful. Had it not been for you, no, you guys were. You saw something in us, and you were right. And here we are, a year later, with more friends than I can keep track of. I spent the last 2 days inviting everybody here to the show because it was a little over a year ago that we started down this particular part of our YouTube, you know, journey, and you have no idea what it's done for us. You know, Jackie and I, you know, we made so many friends. You know, it's amazing. You know, I thought I was only going to game with a certain group of the same, you know, 4 guys I've been gaming with since, you know, college, and I thought the hobby was, you know, kind of dead. You know, I didn't know it was, you know, getting bigger and stronger, you know, than ever before.
Well, you know, the internet, it provided that link for all of us, you know, because I have no one to game with since my last group broke up. So just showing off all my miniatures since this is all crap I've painted in the last 3 years or less. I don't know if I showed very well, but yeah. I was just talking to one of my friends earlier from the old group. And he's in the Midwest somewhere. I forget, Kansas. So maybe we'll get an online game someday. But, no, congratulations. I'm glad I made it. I was eating dinner earlier, and anyway, I wasn't feeling too good. My wife's not feeling too good right now. So
Well, no worries, but you got each other, man. You know, that's another thing I wanted to comment on. That, you know, you guys found each other. What's happening? You just let yourself in, you sneaky dog.
I got the backdoor key. I heard.
I know.
That's right, you do.
I'm trying to get James to come in because I could not do the show without you know, paying homage to my paranormal, you know, quantum friends. Cal, you've been on Nathan's show, right?
No, well, I mean,
not on the show, but you've been in the chat, right?
Yeah.
This is Cal Benoni.
It runs so late that I can't stay up that late. I'm too old.
Understood. I get it.
Oh, no,
That's
it's
why
okay.
not too many people come to the show because it's on really, really late. I'm about to run my second hour in about 20 minutes.
Yep.
And we were about to jump off I'm trying to get James L in, but Cal came in. It was perfect timing because he's the guy. He's the guy who got me to go out and break out of my shell, so to speak, instead of just making videos like we used to do. Go do the live thing. Him and Grim.
And inadvertently caused the downfall of the main channel.
Yeah, and it's ironic and maybe something that you are the one who got me to break out of my shell, making the Quantum Show.
I know.
One could say the link is quantum.
I knew you were going to say that.
Complete. The circle is complete. Something like that. Yeah. You know, Cal, I seriously, you and Grim, you did something amazing. You saw something in us, and that's what this is about tonight. Is doing the same thing. You saw all the people we had on tonight. Some people with bigger channels, some with littler channels, but all of them great people. You know, life brings these people into our lives for a reason, and it started with you and Grim, man. The big guy upstairs had something special, you know, planned for you, and look what it got you, man. You're in connubial bliss, you know, still in the honeymoon phase, I hope.
Oh yeah, no, my wife is she's a wonderful lady. So I'm lucky that way.
In case you didn't know, Nathan, he just got married a little while ago.
Oh,
and,
well,
congratulations.
Congratulations, I hope.
Thank you. Well,
you know, life has got something special for each and every one of us. Don't you ever forget it. And I feel bad for even keeping you here when if I was on my honeymoon, talking to a bunch of gamer nerds would be the last thing on my mind. So enjoy your weekend, my friend. I cannot wait to get to hang out with you. One of these days, you know, you and me, we're in the same state. We're going to have to game together, and we're going to have to, you know, when I do the ShadowCon in Texas, man, you're my ride. You know, you're gonna have to drive. I don't drive, so you know I'm gonna have to call on one of my California buddies, and it's, you know, that means you. So we're gonna get to game together one of these days. Come hell or high water.
Too bad we're in one end of the state. You know, I'm in the north and you're in the south, but oh well. That far, but yes.
You know, I always hear that North California is so much better than Southern California, but like Cascadia is right to your north, so I wonder. I have no idea how that's possible.
Cascadia, well, north has, because I'm north of San Francisco, so this area
good point.
The same problem.
And here comes Kevin. If you guys don't know, Kevin is another one of the greats. This kid has got a brain on him so big it won't even fit in the room, dude. I'm glad you showed up. If you haven't met my friend Nathan, I think you've been in the chat in the Quantum Show, right?
Yeah, I've been around a little bit.
Okay, cool. Yeah, dude. I know you and I don't get to chat as much as I'd like, but we got to fix that. You're an amazing young guy, and
nope, I see.
Well, I just gotta say, like, happy stream anniversary to you guys. But like, when it comes to all that, I mean, today alone, I made a podcast appearance, and this is my second, I would say, most anticipated discussion outside of that podcast today. And I think about you guys and your show all the time. I see all of your content, and really just want to let you guys.
I'll be over there shortly, buddy.
Yeah,
I
really,
appreciate that, man.
Really just want you guys to know that, like, you know, you keep this up for another couple of years, and you'll really see the numbers crank up. It's very exponential. And
having great guys like you on the show, you know, it makes it all worthwhile. You know, any Saturday I'm doing a live stream, man. You got a spot. I know you're busy, you know, and sometimes you can't make it and stuff, but I just want you to know that the invitation's always going to be open. And, you know, I seriously,
well, I'm hoping to have stuff
I want
throw
you
at
to,
you. like game products and that kind of stuff, or at least play tests here pretty soon. So that'll be cool.
You know what? Now it's your turn, man. Plug your channel. Let us know what you're working on, and what we can hope to see from you, because when it comes to game theory, you've done some of the heaviest lifting I've seen. I've seen a lot of guys out there. They go at it from different angles, but you're like right there in the freaking. You went right to the heart of it. Just strip it away, and what you're going to put out is probably going to be the game that outlasts them all. When you finally get that out there, and if there's anything I can do to help, you just let me know.
Yeah.
Hold up, quick question.
Yeah.
To Shadow, since when has the light in the refrigerator not worked?
In the refrigerator? Which refrigerator?
The one in the kitchen.
About 5 minutes ago.
Oh, nice, because I'm trying to get some water, and I opened the freezer.
Okay.
It was all
I'll
frozen.
go in. It probably just needs to be tightened, but don't mess with it. I'll fix it after the show. Don't worry. Just turn something else on, or light, a candle or
Well, yeah,
something.
I
I
turned
don't
the
know.
light on and grabbed the water. It's just I needed some kind of explanation.
Hey, Sean, how you doing? I was hoping to hear from you tonight, because you and Kevin and I have hung out many a night together.
Mm-hmm.
and Cal, we should definitely see more of you. I bet you've got some stories to tell. You've been in this just about as long as me. When it comes to painting, you're one of those guys out there that just, oh yeah, here I did this, and then we all just go, oh my god, dude. Seriously, I bet if I were to go over to your house, I would find one of those Golden Demon Awards, wouldn't I?
No, I'm not.
No,
that good.
no.
I'm
Better than me, man. Better than me. I'm a hack.
I put my time into trying to paint, since I have no one to game with. I've got so many miniatures.
We're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that. I'm not gonna put it on Fritz's shoulders, because he couldn't even make it tonight. But no, I get it. He's probably working on his house. But between you, me, and James L, and a couple other guys, we're gonna get you into some games. You too, Kevin. Once you got your thing, you're gonna be running. You got a non-stop supply of play testers.
Yeah, I've got my main group is Giant Dragons Gamer Chat. It's actually from Google Plus, is where they ended up meeting up, and I've been doing things off and on with them for about 8 years. And, but yeah, when it comes to what I've been working on, I've been trying to I've been trying to really tackle the hobby at the deepest level of math and philosophy. And I actually just registered a domain called rpgphd.org, and I'm hoping to do basically like educational content at kind of like that game designer PhD level, but then also start to work on products and bring all of that down to something that's like the level that everybody would enjoy in a product. So it's going to be some more work, but I've done like I've been telling people, I did the hard work already. It's like I was like 25 years of testing games and coming at all games basically from like a design perspective, and putting all that together and trying to get a better product, open source rules, and then having content on top of that I want to be some of the best out there. Can't be that from the art, because I can't really do the art, but I do writing and that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of opportunity for collaboration and stuff as it coasts into the what do you call it, the finish line. So, but yes, thank you for the moment, and thank you guys for doing this for a year. And
well, before you go, I want to introduce you to George DeRosa from Emperor's Choice Games. the guys when I talk about Arduin, this is one of the guys. George, you might want to keep an eye on this Cabin DeJordy. He's a big old gamer brain, and you may want to hook up with him and when it comes to working on stuff later on down the road. This guy is one of the most impressive young minds I've ever met. So if you guys ever want to chat, you need advice, I'm just old and experienced. This kid is just gifted. And I know you're not a kid, but when you get to my age, everybody under 50 is a kid, right, George?
I mean, almost. Yeah. Oh, good.
No, absolutely. Well, thank you, Shadow. I appreciate it. Just wanted to say congratulations, Shadow, to you and your son on the whole channel and everything you've done. I think you've created a great community here, connecting a lot of different people, in the industry and other industries. I know you have a lot, with the miniatures and the crafts end of things that you do and all the types of reviews. So it's really a great intersection of different people from really around the world, because I know you have people all the way in Poland, around the globe, Australia, all over the place, Germany.
Thank you.
That's very impressive. And we're very happy here at Emperor's Choice to be a part of this and to support. We always appreciate everything you do for us, everything you do to promote Arduin and promote everything in the industry, to be honest, that you do. So I think it's excellent. And we look forward to the future, to how we can grow things and work even more together to bring things in. And
thank you. That means so much.
The gentleman you introduced me here, Calvin, is it?
Yeah, it's Kevin, but
Kevin?
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been designing an RPG from kind of like the bare bones all the way up, and I linked 2 things in the StreamYard private chat. That's the base rules, and then the core rules. The difference is base is like resolution mechanics and the very base of things, and then core would be like that's more things that are focused in this core for tactical RPGs. So something that would be like I would say like in the area of Mordheim, or like tabletop newer implementations of Dungeons and Dragons. It's rules that are specifically for that, and then once these are done, I'm going to be on to settings, and settings will be the actual content. But I had to kind of build the framework. I started by a lot of the harder design work when I was trying to do something called 5e free, which was just filling in some of the holes of the core books for 5th edition, so that people could play the game out of those books. But then I did a couple of modules for that, and or parts of it, and I was like, well, why am I doing this for somebody else? So I went to the very core of philosophy and math for how these games are put together, and now I get to do the fun stuff coming up really soon. The interaction mechanics is what I'm working on right now. That's like the any of the tactical RPG stuff, and then once that's done, it's all content from there. And I look forward to anybody that's in the industry that's interested. This part of it's open source, so feel free to take it and talk about it. And
Kevin, you're gonna have to send me those links in Discord, because some.
I think Shadow just cut out.
Yeah, I think so.
But I will send those over to him. But yeah, it's good. It's good to meet you. What is it? We may, because we have a kind of a hardcover library, we may have a few Arduin products from the old 70s products. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we do. Yeah, my girlfriend is chiming in here. She's the warm gamer all the way back to Chainmail, and yeah, we have a few of those books from like some of the originals.
Yeah, Shadow's very familiar, of course, and he's talked about it. He's had me on a couple times, and we've talked about Arduin, and we own all the Arduin intellectual property now.
Awesome.
We've consolidated everything. We have, oh my God, thousands of item cards from David Hargrave, 150 plus dungeons that never came to light. It was like finding a treasure trove of like Gary Gygax material that never came to light. So we've been around actually about 25 years, and we've consolidated and put all this material together. We have a whole line of miniatures for Arduin too, all the creatures that we do. So it's from 1 to 9, you know, A to Z with Arduin, and it's something we're producing. We are building our own system, which is ours. It's not D20, it's not OGL, it's our own sovereign inherent system that we're building. That's a philosophy we had 20 years ago and continue to have. We don't want to touch anything with OGL or any open source. You know, no disparaging anybody or anything, Gavin, just so you know. It just,
I understand.
Having the Arduin intellectual property is important because it's a property that's just as old as D&D. It just it was the underground of the role play community. It wasn't the corporate how D&D and Gary went. So we've spent a lot of effort bringing it back, and it's people like Shadow and Son who've helped us to try to get the word out. And we're building a community. We have a lot of old fans and a lot of new fans that are coming on board. I know RPG Grandma is here. We've had discussions. She's a big fan too. And it just goes back to that essence of role play and what was there and what Dave Hargrave did. A lot of modern, and I've said this over, Shadow, you know, I have said this continuously, just about everything and anything in RPGs in the past and now have come from Arduin. Arduin was the wellspring that 99.9% of modern gaming can. There's nothing anybody can show me that I can't trace right back to Arduin. You know, Gates, Worlds, Insect Warriors, sci-fi, fantasy, historical mixed in. It was already there. You know, there was a lot in Arduin, and we feel strongly about that. And now we want to put it back on, you know, back into the gaming community with a real presence. And of course, just like you're doing, Kevin, is the engine. You need the rule set that's going to drive everything. Before you can even get to the world, the setting, you need that engine to drive, and that's what we're doing. We've been 15 months in development, and we probably have another 15 months before we're ready to go. We would have loved to have been ready now. I know there's some companies that recently and now are making a lot of good money in Kickstarter because they're hitting the market just at a point right now where people are really down on D&D and Wizards of the Coast, so they're looking for alternatives to that. So some people were set up perfectly, you know, no disparaging them. They did a great job and they were able to benefit, but we got to stick on the road. And I'm sure you well know that the design going through, you go through a lot of different developments, you drop things, you know, rework, and you have to get to a certain point. And again, what we're doing is we're trying to make a design that's middle road, that is a little bit more, a couple tiers above D&D, but it's nowhere near Rollmaster or Shadowrun, or even, I have to say, 5th edition or 3rd 3.5. We don't want to go way too rules heavy, but we want to have that perfect middle road. So we've been doing a lot with our team, and we're going to continue to develop just to get an idea.
And I found your website, and I'm just looking quick at some of your your free open to at least look at stuff. And yeah, you guys have a lot of stuff that's wrapped up in content. Like you know the game that you're gonna make, and you know exactly like what genre and where you're gonna put it, at least for the body of stuff, and then go from there. But yeah, for mine, I just don't have that. So, you know, just putting the core out for to be open source. I mean, that's just my strategy. Everybody's got their own. So yeah. No,
and it works. It's been working for a lot of people for a long time.
But I'll save this, and I'm definitely interested. The art's good. The looks tables are always helpful across.
Yeah, if you're looking, Kevin, if you're looking for stuff or ideas for your game, the Arduin material is just a mine where you can just go in and you will find a ton of ideas, ton of tables. That's what people have been doing to it for 30 years now, 35 years. They take bits and pieces of it. You can ask Shadow. It's his secret weapon for his games, right? Shadow that you use, all of a sudden the party opens the door and they got sharks coming at them and they're like, what? Flying sharks, which again, were in Arduin a long time ago. Dave took a lot of concepts and just made a little bit of changes to them. Like when he did have what's called air sharks in Arduin, which are sharks. Again, this was 35 years ago, before Sharknado and all that stuff. He has sharks that go through the air, but there's a logic to it. They have hydrogen bladders. They can breathe air, but they're very susceptible to fire. So if you kill an air shark, it'll explode for a D6 per hit die. So a 10 hit dice shark that you kill will explode with 10 D6 and a fireball.
And I hate to go, but I do have to go. I'm being shepherded away, but I'm definitely going to look at this.
Enjoy your evening, my friend.
I'll what is it?
I'll definitely keep you two guys.
We'll chat some.
Kevin, if you get a chance, our email is right on the website. Just shoot me an email, and we'll stay in contact and we'll talk offline. How's that?
Yeah, that sounds great. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
You too.
Take care, Kevin. Thanks for showing up.
Happy anniversary, Shadow Boys.
Man, this is such a wonderful community. I know so many people out there hate that word, but unless you guys are going to let me adopt each and every one of you, that's what it is. From the beginning to the end, it's pretty amazing. Cal's here, off hiding in the background there, and George, you come in at the last minute. It's been one hell of a ride. If I had a heart attack in my sleep tonight, I wouldn't be coming back as a ghost, because like almost all my unfinished business is done. Oops, should I have said that? Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But seriously, man, you guys have I wanted to say something earlier. I was just looking to make some friends, and see what was going on with the hobby that I loved so much that, seemed to be, dying. And now I'm in this world where it's beyond my wildest dreams of gaming back when I was a 14-year-old kid working in the shop, thinking I was, living the dream. And man, that dream just got bigger and bigger, and here I am now with my some of my favorite people, starting with my son right there at the top, who's hiding out trying to fix the refrigerator light bulb, I'm guessing. To you guys, I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I must have done something right somewhere down the road to be blessed with all you guys as friends, and I'm eternally grateful. I want to thank you guys so much. Words just aren't enough. And one of these days, I'll figure out something else. Maybe I'll send you a cake. I don't know. Something stupid. I am working on that war wheel. Don't think I forgot.
I know. We told you to it. By the way, Shadow, I got one other surprise guest.
I'm waiting on this war wheel.
Man, my birthday's real close. Not going to say when it is, but it's real close. But you guys, you and my son and all my friends here, thank you guys so much. Dave, how the hell are you?
Good. How about you? Congratulations.
I'm pretty choked up, man. It's been a heck of a night, and it's been a heck of a life, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Well, I can tell you what's next. George is going to throw you one quick surprise. It'll take about 3 seconds.
Yeah, Shadow, if you don't mind, we're going to have a post coming up soon in the next week or so. But what we'd like to do is we have a piece of artwork for Arduin. It's a piece that was in the books previously, but our art director, Roland Brown, has recolorized it. So we'd like to show it, if you don't mind, right live on the show here.
Okay, let's do it.
How do you? I was going to ask. Let's see. I'm trying to see. Do you have a certain button, or where can we share? Is there a way to share?
I'm trying to figure that out. I've never done that before.
No. I wasn't sure how we could do it, but
hold on a second. That's not it.
I mean, we have it up here, and
there you go.
Yep.
It's just you on the screen now, so you can show it. Oh, check out that background you guys got going on.
Yep, that's the Emperor's Choice banner over there.
That's a map in progress behind it too.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was looking at. You know, I mean, I love the crown, but I see a map and I'm like, ooh.
I don't know
what's
if
going on.
The map is nice.
The map is nice. Can you see the image or no?
No. I just made your screen take up the whole screen.
Oh, I don't know if there's a way, and I apologize that there's no way to trying to see. There's no way to share it. Yeah, the only other way is we'd have to pull it up on another computer, which we're trying to do. So I apologize, Shadow. We're trying to.
We can do that if you want to. What I'll do is I'll put the link back in.
Oh, there you go. Oh yeah.
If it's a picture, it's been basically it was a black and white, and our art director Roland Brown recolorized it.
Nice.
So you're looking at what would be basically an alchemist in Arduin with basically a small dragon familiar.
That's pretty sweet, man.
Yeah,
that really is.
And again, I
sweet.
apologize for a little bit of the glow. We were hoping we could bring the image up directly, but this is a piece of the new artwork. We're gonna be showing off a bit more artwork when we do a new post coming up in about a week or so. So we wanted to do that and showcase that right on your show. That's the first time that's being done, Shadow. Just so you know.
Thank you, man. That was beautiful. I can't wait to have one of those in my library. That's gonna be sweet. You guys, I'm telling you, it's gonna blow everything else out of the water. You know, everything else is just a crappy knockoff of something else, and you guys got the real deal. You know, going all the way back to the beginning. I mean, think about it. When when White Box came out, what else was there?
Yeah, no, exactly. And you'll see
and
here
the first thing to come after that, was you guys. Was Arduin. I mean, I could be wrong. There could be some other stuff out there. I saw a big, weird, convoluted map of the history of RPGs, and I don't remember, where they had Arduin on it, but I know my books are like 78 or 79 on the copyrights. So
Arduin was 77.
Right, and 80 and White Box was like 74 tops.
Yeah,
something like that. So there really wasn't a lot of time for there to be anything else, and I can't think of a single thing that fits into that little category between 74, 77. There, wasn't Traveler. Maybe it was RuneQuest. Maybe, but I don't think so. I think I remember RuneQuest coming out much later.
People don't realize RuneQuest, Chaosium, Greg Stafford was a player in Dave A. Hargrave's Arduin campaign. That's where then he created Chaosium and RuneQuest. So that he's an offshoot, basically a disciple of Dave A. Hargrave, who went on his own and created his own business and his own role play game.
Yeah, they're
yeah. You can take back over if you want, Shadow, with the screen. It's your show. I feel weird taking over.
Oh, no worries, no worries. I was just trying to figure out how to do it.
Yeah,
I got a new laptop to
I
do
wanted
that kind of crap. And
the maps here. This is a new map coming out, and on this side is an old map of the continent, basically hand drawn by Dave Hargrave. So we're kind of in the depths of our war room in the bunker at Emperor's Choice here. So we've got lots of things on the back burner and a lot of things on the drawing board that are being in creation. So you're looking at a prototype of some of the new maps that are going to be coming out for Arduin in the continent and the world. So there's a lot of stuff that's going to be coming out. So just to give you an idea, but like I said, we're going to do a post in a couple weeks, and I just wanted to showcase, a little bit of the artwork, one piece. We're going to have more we're going to do. But to get back to the point, RuneQuest, Greg Stafford, he gamed with Dave Hargrave. That's where he got his beginning. Just like so many others. I have to explain to people, Earl Otis, who's one of the biggest names in the gaming industry for artwork, guess where the first cover for the first Arduin Grimoire was done by Earl Otis. And he did a bunch of artwork for Arduin. That's where he started. Any of our books, we have a ton of it. So again, like we've always said, Shadow, it was the beginning. It was truly there at the beginning.
And if you think about all the other, knockoffs, had to change so many hands over the years. You know what I mean? From PSR to WotC, and it's like every time they do it, it's like making a clone in real life. You make a clone of a clone of a clone. Eventually, you get a pile of gray goo. And you guys, it's like there isn't that gigantic amount of hands messing with the original formula. You guys are going to have something that, if you're not careful, man, you're going to get, huge. I mean,
we're hoping we're going to put a lot of work. We've got a great team of people, and again, we've been going at this for 25 years. And in the next, like I said, probably the end of 2024, it's going to be our Magnus Opus. It's going to be coming out with the system, and then the world right after that, coming out with Arduin and the rest of the countries in the world of Arduin. But coming out with Arduin, Bloody Arduin, it's going to be the big thing. It's going to be the number one thing for us, and about, like I said, by the end of 2024.
You know me. Whatever I can do to make that happen, I will do it, and so will Jackie, whether he likes it or not. If I have to take him out of school and get him working in the salt mines, then so be it.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. We appreciate it, but again, you know what? We want to say again, thank you, Shadow, you and Jackie, and everything you guys have done. So again. You guys had a lot that you've been doing, supporting us. Bless you. And you've been, really great with us. And again, the whole community. Like I said at the beginning, you guys do a lot. You do a great amount of getting people connected from all types of industries and all types of, areas. So it's awesome.
Thank you. I can't.
So I
couldn't do otherwise. I literally couldn't. I couldn't do anything any differently. I had to do this. I had to, find you guys. The big guy upstairs had plans for all of us, and maybe it's part of something bigger. I don't know, but I definitely feel something magical about it. Not to sound goofy or anything, but there's something special going on, and so many people love this hobby, and it's like they're just getting the the crappiest version of it. You know what I mean? And their heads are going to explode. I was thinking a minute ago when you were talking about some of the connections with the people from the old days. Someone should make that documentary, just like the Blackmore documentary.
And we've talked about that. Yeah, we're in discussions with Griff Morgan, who did The Secrets of Blackmore, and we would very much like to do a documentary about Arduin and Dave Hargrave, just like they did that documentary, which I think would do it justice. And a large chunk of this is honoring Dave Hargrave and what he did and gave to the community, because he's not known and the game isn't known, and we feel that's a shame. And it's something we want to put, and we want him to have his rightful place in the industry. Especially,
he's gonna be like a modern day H.P. Lovecraft.
Yes, exactly.
He really is.
It's unfortunate that unfortunately he passed away at 42, so we didn't get very much of him. But he did a plethora of material in the short time that he was in gaming. So, but we want to honor him with that. And I just want to say one thing, Shadow. I'm watching the comments here. Cal, Six Nations, RPG Grandma, don't have to worry about us. We are going to stay true to what Arduin is. No one's going to tell us how we have to write, how we have to do our stuff. We are not feeding into any of that garbage. We are going to do Arduin the way Arduin is supposed to. It's about gaming, and that's it. Nothing else. And that's the way we're going to do it. We have not attaching ourselves to OGL work, whatever heck is out there. We're flag, whatever they're calling it now. I think they changed the name at Cobalt Press. We're not doing any of that open source stuff. Thus, we have nobody who we have to adhere to anything they do or have teeth into us. It's going to be independent. It's going to be, again, done for Arduin, but we're going to take into account to make sure that it's very compatible with anything old school or modern that'll be easily portable, into any other system. We're going to stay true to what's Arduin. Whatever, of course, in design, you have to streamline things. You got to modernize certain things, so there's some give and take. But we want to stay true to what it was, and we're not, like I said, a lot of the stuff you guys are saying in the comments, absolutely, we're not going to be doing anything like that. The classes are classes. We have races. The races have different abilities and deficiencies. They're not all equal. That's just the way it's going to be, because that's true to the heart of gaming and the enjoyment of gaming, period. And we want people to have fun, and we hope that that you'll use our system. But if you want to use it and take pieces and use the world, hey, play the way you want and however you want. And we're 100% for that, for the industry and everybody in it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
this is going to be the best gaming experience many of us will have ever experienced. It's like you said earlier, it's been my secret weapon, and I'm just worried that the cat's going to be out of the bag.
Well, you know what, Shadow? That stream we had on Saturday night about 3 weeks or so ago. Actually, about 3 weeks from tonight. I gave you more than enough, more than I've ever given about the system, but I can't go any farther than what I did there, because I don't want to let any more out. We got to keep a lot of it close to the vest, and we got to keep developing.
I totally understand that.
Yeah, I wish I could. Believe me, I'd love to be able to talk more and get into it. Once we come out with the system, we will dive deep into people talking about it, what they think as far as expanding and so forth. But right now we can't. I'd love to, and I can't. It's going to be another.
No, I wouldn't want you to risk any of this. I know how it is, and I know how one little idea can get just can ruin something if it gets out. Don't even
There's
sweat it.
Too many other companies trying to do the same thing. There's going to be a plethora of games coming out. People are going to be jumping, doing this and that. So we got to keep a lot of the stuff or the innovative stuff in-house until we can fully develop it. And then, like I said, in a year and a half later in 2024, we got to come out when it's right. That's the other thing too. It's so easy to rush something and just knee-jerk things out instead of doing it right, going through the pain, going through the grind of play testing, of reworking, of finding things that don't work and doing something new to make sure it works. So we're going to put in the hard work and the effort to make something right that hopefully people will really enjoy to play as far as a rule system and as a world, because we plan to have the full world of Arduin coming out too. So, we're really looking forward to that. And again, I want to get back to, we appreciate people like you, Shadow, and Jackie, and everybody, all the people.
It's been an absolute pleasure and an honor.
So I just want to say that and thank you. And again, don't mean to take up all your time. Here I am popping on the show. And
No worries. I do have to get going because it's been 3 hours and I need to do something that I can't do on screen. But I appreciate it.
So it seems
we will all chat again. Yeah, I got to use the little GM's room. But thank you so much for being on the show. We will talk again, hopefully maybe this week, and see what's going on. Everybody else who's been on the show tonight, thank you guys so much. Cal, thank you again. I'm eternally grateful to you and Grim, who started this, and everybody else who's kept it going this far. One of these days, man, one of these days, we'll be able to, make it up all to you guys individually. But until then, have yourself a great weekend, everybody. God bless and happy trails.
Have a good evening, everyone. Thank you.
God bless.
I think George, you still there, George?
Yeah, I'm still. Are we offline?
Yeah. The show's over. The show's over.
I think.
I do have to pee like a racehorse.
No, the show is still going.
Oh wow!